All right, so your name has been thrown out there a lot, more than usually lately, right? With the situation with Nore, he addressed you again and went on to say he's not a journalist now, and his relationships mean more to him.
Of course, yeah. I mean, because they got the bag, I guess. Usually when you get the money that they was looking for, now it's everything is secondary. The money was first, so they'll do anything, say anything before they get that money. But once they get it, then they could be who they really are. So he's just being who he really is. Basically, just the hustler. You know what I'm saying? I hustle. He's just hustler. He always had that style though. Nori had that just like he played in I think it was a state property when Damon them the Rockefeller did the movie. He was a loco pollo, whatever.
Right.
Pollo loco. He was a pollo loco. Yeah, that's his style. He's like, what I'm saying, he's that dude that always, what I'm saying, chill in the corner. What I'm saying? I pull out the trench coat. You know what I'm saying? He got the CDs on one side of his coat. And he got the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? The burners in the other side. So, you know what I'm saying? He's ready to, just get that money. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get that money, and that's what he did. So, I mean, it's sad because, Nore and Nore, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he said himself, he was blackballed. You know what I'm saying? That he made that podcast to give flowers to those that didn't have a voice. I heard him say that. And it's crazy that you know what I'm saying, that contradiction with me and shit. Like, right? I'm special, right? I must be special. I must be the only one, right? Because everybody good. Nobody even has this type of problem, right? Nobody is like, not even niggas who had beef in the past, they wasn't even doing the bitch shit of asking the man, yo, you don't deal with that man. And niggas like agree with it, like they obey it. So, it's just, it's unfortunate that, you know what I'm saying, that we got these gatekeepers that, you know what I'm saying, sell out like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't rep their art to the heart like they're supposed to.
Were you surprised when you saw that, the second clip?
Yeah, kind of surprised because it was like, you know what I'm saying? I thought Joe would have told him, shh, don't put that nigga name out there. Don't put his name out there. That's why he wants it. He gonna get that nigga burnt. That's what he been doing all my career. But I guess I know, you know what I'm saying? I guess they standing on it. So I mean, they can stand on it all day. Just know who you like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one thing to say, okay, that's my man. Whatever, it's beef. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like me and Nori, we know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and it's not even about I know it's internal. Me and Joe's beef is internal and all that, and he's rocking with they can. But at the end of the day, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip hop artist at the end of the day. So it's like, to be in that situation, uh, it's not that it sucks. It's just like, it just makes you like, it gets you mad. Well, it gets me like mad, but then again, it's like I'm not even going like my mind of business and what I'm going now. It's not even like towards that. Like I'm doing my independent thing to do it. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, as an entrepreneur, as a label owner, and basically doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? On some Ricky Ricardo shit. That's the honest. For real. So it really doesn't matter because I know my content is my content. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be mine. They can't take it. And the only thing about it is just getting that platform. Getting the platform to be, get it heard and stuff like that. Which that's really not it's not really about drink champs. It's more about, let me see, how can I explain? Exactly what Cuba's going, what Cuba has been going through, the embargo. Let me make it a metaphor like that. The embargo that the United States had on Cuba, which is Cuba cannot do business with no allies of the United States. So, in other words, it's starving Cuba out. I'm saying, because all the United States partners and friends are the ones with the money. Those are the big dogs that buy things. So if you don't get that their business, and that's why they did that to Cuba. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, just like my country, we got the pride, we got the honor, we got the integrity, we got the loyalty, and we got the honor. So at the end of the day, I mean, if this guy happened in America, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's no regulations to that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going out there trying to sue the dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas already know my jacket. You know what I'm saying? I could have did, and that's probably my fault. Because I could have probably sued for billions of fucking dollars. From the actual time that I got sliced in my face, you know what I'm saying? In that club and all that, all the way to that. But you know what I'm saying? Never been in my DNA to do things like that. I don't consider that, stand up shit. But then again, nowadays, I'm sure my enemy will do that shit to me in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because our last interview, you were saying that Joe owned a part of Drink Champs, right?
Yeah.
And I started to do my research, and then I saw Nore say it in the Dog in the Yard podcast that the reason why Cuban can't be on the podcast with us is because Joe owns Drink Champs with us.
But
So then I put out a clip about that. I put a clip out about that, and people were saying he was just saying that just to say it. This is clickbait. This is not even true. And they were acting like they knew the paperwork more than Nore did. And so it was just so crazy to me that we live in a world that's like that, bro. Like, why would the man come out and say that if it's not true?
exactly.
They were just like, you're just being sarcastic. He didn't really mean that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know. I don't know what we could, like people they can hear the truth and they'll go right by the truth. Be like, that nigga look at him, look crazy. Look at him twitching and shit. That nigga lying. That nigga high as fuck. That's what they do. They forget that is the words are the powerful, the powerful tools, and the truth is exactly, what I'm saying, about whatever situation it is. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. You're supposed to hear that, what I'm saying, digest it and understand it. If it makes sense, of course, the truth always makes sense. But yeah, Fat Joe, I didn't know that either till later on. Like in the beginning, I was like, because in the beginning, like I was telling you before, it was like a young lady, contacted me and she wanted to bring me out there, and she was a representative of Drink Champs. I guess she didn't know, what I'm saying, that the whole deal with Cuban and Drink Champs at the time. So I hollered at EFN, and EFN, oh no, she's just like an independent worker. The way he said it already let me know already, like, she fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She fucked up because she sent me that invite, you know what I'm saying, like premature of them knowing. So, you know what I'm saying? I know that she got in probably some hot water or whatever. But but yeah, I mean they kept it under wraps to that point until everything has to be, you know what I'm saying? Everything, the truth comes out, man. Truth comes out. So the hate, whatever it's hate, you know what I'm saying? And I know I'm working, so I know I'm doing my job as an artist to be to try to get my music out and all that. So the people see that, you know what I'm saying? The fans see that. I'm hoping that they pay mine more to the art form, you know what I'm saying, to my music, my new songs that I've been dropping, more than this. Even though this shit is like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever it is, this is a this is a unique situation for a nigga like a hip hop artist to be in today. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see no who the fuck got a Cuban link situation right now. You know what I'm saying? Where motherfuckers is joining up and they doing the whispering, don't fuck with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's been going on for years, but now, thanks to Nore, he blew it open as far as like he said exactly what, you know what I'm saying, the truth was, which is Joe, whoever rocks with Joe, that's just one of his rules. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
So, what did you think about Norris changing his mind now about him not being a journalist now and going against that? Because in the past, he said that.
He's a hypocrite, my brother. He's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite, and that's it. I mean, come on. but they don't care. The thing is that they don't care. They'll be like, so what? I'm ahead with it. So what? Okay, I got my check. I got the check. It's over. What? Nigga, this hustle. You know what I'm saying? They can always combat it with that. So it's like, what you gonna tell them? That's just your morals, though. That's within a person. You know what I'm saying? Within a person, their code inside their DNA that won't allow them to do certain things or would allow them to do certain things. You know, so it's who they are. So people are gonna show you who they are. I hope y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? That's all they are.
Because in the past month, I've made the videos about the situation, and like I got more views on it than I think anybody else on YouTube addressing the situation, right? And so I know he had to seen it. Like I know he had to have seen it. And
Of course.
I asked him a question on IG, and he ended up blocking me.
Oh, he did the panda chop. Oh shit. Nigga did the Nore block on the panda
Right,
chop. Oh shit.
right.
Ah, Nore blocking now. Oh, you know when they start blocking, man, that's a sign that niggas is running away. You know what I'm saying? Niggas they trying to not really face certain issues. You know what I'm saying? Really face certain people. We start blocking people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you hitting them. You know what it is? Is that you hitting them with the right. Remember when I said that, man? I asked for that shit. I said go to the details, because there's details about certain things that if you go, you could see it. You could just see it. But if you just ask a question or question it and put it together, it's gonna put you the picture of where the fuck everything is, reality is. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully motherfuckers be like, yo, Q, man, you know what I'm saying? Why you keep blaming these niggas? And then my nigga, I'm not blaming anybody for anything. And you think I would want to blame anybody for shit? At the end of the day, I never even blamed Joe. I got beef with that nigga. That's it. It's beef for life. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Hold that shit down. I hold it down. I never gonna be on someone like, yo, these niggas blocking me. No. But what I am saying is that, God, this nigga right here, look at him. Cheating. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? What's beef? Beef is when your enemy starts to cheat. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like using, you know what I'm saying, using other people. I mean, to do his, to take care of an old situation that he don't want to face. So you could say he's smart. You could say, you know what I'm saying, he's a bitch. You know which one I take. So you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's
What's crazy is that like people keep on just blaming you, saying that it's been 20 years, this is all you talk about. But then like, do they expect for you to have other people mention you and then you not respond? That's what's so crazy. It's like new people that are mentioning you. It's not just Joe.
I, right. But that's what I'm saying. Is the narrative over the years. Like, yo, this nigga been crying wolf all this time because you know what I'm saying. So now even right there, you know what I'm saying. Just the way Nori blew it up, because that right there is a big key for somebody to admit that it's because of Joe. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's trying to be neutral. Like he said, he don't got problems with me and nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's much respect, but I can't do business with. He's like pleading, like, you know what I'm saying? Like saying, like, yo, I can't, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? When you can't, I understand it, but you let yourself get in that situation where you're supposed to be a veteran, you're supposed to be a voice of your own. So then you rocking with that then. You know what I'm saying? So you don't, that's not right. Because you've been, doing the Billion Man March, talking about let's get Terror Squad together. You can't say, you know what I'm saying, Cuban Link. I mean, Terror Squad without saying Cuban Link, without saying Pun, without saying Joe. And now, what happened? What happened? Because it was Nori shouting out, trying to piece things up, right? So at the end of the day, when he got with Joe and the Drink Champs, I know I ain't do no new shit. You know what I'm saying? That paperwork shit came later. Like he was already changing because of the business. Because, what Joe told him, what Joe presented him, how he presented the story, how he's a victim, and we all go at him because we are disgusting piece of shit. He only try to help us out of the hood, and that's how he says this fucking story. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe him, you believe him. You know what I'm saying? That's the choice you have. So, when he throws a nice little check there, a nice, a little situation for you to get in, and you know what I'm saying, make some money with him. I see it going. I see it going the Nore way. You know what I'm saying? I see Nore saying fuck that. He's about that paper. And at the end of the day, Joe is his man. Not gonna say nothing. It's just the only thing that bothers me is that he's not really standing up for for Pun's honor. You know what I'm saying? And I know he was never gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But go ahead, my bad.
But do you think that because Pun has been gone for so long, right, that now it's easier for him to justify in his mind that, hey, I can rep Pun on one hand, but I can still do this? Because he's had more time with Joe, right? Because Pun passed away. Like he's had more time to build with Joe. So now he's closer with Joe.
He's been closer with Joe. He started off with Joe. It's just that they didn't have a relationship like we did, like Pun. You know what I'm saying? Like Pun and him because they went to the crib. They start chill like homies. Joe was more like a business dude, even back then to Nore. So they never got into the really like what I'm saying. But it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was friends. But you know what I'm saying? That's their situation. I'm just saying the way they repping, you know, trying to rep Pun and shit. As long as I'm around, man, you know that shit is fake. You ain't gonna get away with that. You can't get away with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Chris is here. So y'all niggas, y'all can talk all that shit and give all that fake love. And I understand that they doing it from a business point of view, but say it's business. Do not use the word twin. Do not use the word brother. Because ain't nothing, them niggas, I'm just saying Joe or Nore, they didn't do nothing for Pun as a brother yet. Nothing. So you stop saying the twin, stop saying the brother. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Joe put, Pun on. And he gets his accolades, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? Say the truth, Joe. That's it. Just say the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? You're taking my brother's 50%. Say it. Tell Nore that you was taking 50%, and that was word of mouth too, because they ain't gonna put that in the contract, because that's illegal. So he's not gonna tell you that, Nore. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, because Nore had came, he was on this nigga
Yeah, he was on Dog in the Yard podcast and he said that he saw the contracts and he said
yeah
they
what
looked like standard contracts.
yeah standard contracts. What fucking contract is not gonna be standard contract? I'm trying to tell. Anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to make nobody believe as far as like Nore and Joe. All I know, Nore is down with Joe, and Nore should know better. He closing his eyes, maybe because of the paper, the situation they in. Maybe if he goes through some bad times with Joe, you know what I'm saying? He'll do the Charlie Rock Cuban Link thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know yet. But I don't want none of that. I don't wish none of that. I hope they be fucking best friends forever. Get married and all that shit. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And everybody over there. But as far as what the truth of the foundation of like my brother Punk, Chris, me, and the Rios family, like they cannot say the reason why niggas talk out, like I talk out, is because they be lying. They've been saying stories that are lies. You know what I'm saying? That are lies. And that's why I gotta say the real shit. So when I say it, I don't understand how the truth can make a nigga feel like, oh yeah, there you go, Cuban. You always gotta say something like, what? How the fuck did that narrative come? If I'm telling y'all, nigga, yo, that's not how it went, and I tell you my story, and you listen to my story, it makes more sense, or it's like detailed. Why the fuck are y'all still talking about that? I'm just doing it because I'm hating on him. Like, obviously, nigga, we shared a past. He said a story about something I was involved in. It's my right. If he's saying a lie for me to correct it. It's my right. So you know what I'm saying. I don't even pay too much mind to the like the comments as far as that go, because I know it's got to be like a team where niggas can hire niggas just to hate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be, because I'll be catching niggas pages, niggas be like one follower, no followers, and they always say some shit. So at the end of the day, I don't worry too much about that. But the thing about that, it causes like a fucking snowball effect, because now regular fans, they like it gives them a doubt, a question in their mind, like word, damn man, it's been that long, word. So it's like the time, me, you know what I'm saying, just button in and
You know what I found that was interesting was when you said that you got mad when Nore said that he didn't want to do the song with Baby Pun, right? And
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah,
were
yeah.
like saying, why would he want to do a song with a 9-year old? And I was telling them that this
Wow.
is not just some regular 9-year old. If you're saying that Pun is your brother, then that's your nephew. If Pun is your brother, then that is your nephew.
Exactly. Exactly. That's your nephew, and that's the bloodline of your brother to continue, and he wants to take this on as his career. He wants to give it a shot. You, as a brother, as a twin, like you said, for the bloodline of his son, his only son, you supposed to do it with your family, like he's saying he is. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that fucking Joseph told him not to do it. The other brother. So there's two fucking crazy brothers. One brother that's acting like a brother, the whole novella brother. And then you got the other evil brother, the fucking Cain, telling that nigga not to do it. So, I mean, Nore was in a situation that he didn't. He was fucked up. I'm sure he felt like shit. But you haven't, if you felt like shit or if you didn't feel like shit, that's a real issue I had, but that's a personal issue. The only reason I said that is because I see that Nori's all the way over there. Before he was in the middle, not even in the middle, like friendship. He could have been Joe's friend more than mine. I'm talking about as far as the business. Like he wanted for hip hop. Yo, Cuban is an artist himself. You know what I'm saying? Let him get his due. Like he's fighting for my shit a little bit because he was like, yo, man, niggas is nice, man. They got they artists in their own rights. But now he's like, fuck Cuban, like but with respect. You know what I'm saying? No problem, no problem. But I'm gonna make sure nobody that is my friend will ever do something with Cuban. All my thousands of friends that are top of media, I would definitely spread the word not to do nothing with Cuban. That's what he's doing. So at the end of the day, is that nice fuck you that he's saying. So like I said, I seen that change, and that's the reason I told him about. And then I seen him Pun's birthday. You know what I'm saying? And Pun's birthday, he was talking about twins and he was crying, all of this. And I'm like, yo, dog. I mean, when you family all the way, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your kids is my nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? That's my family. You're not here. You got to take care of you, right? I mean, especially if that's your brother, right? You gotta support them. You gotta, say help him. Because I was there helping. Even when he was 9 years old, I was there writing with him. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote shit for him. And you know what I'm saying? He was just wetting his beak at the time. He didn't want to be really a rapper. I didn't know. I mean, it was too much pressure at the time. You know what I'm saying? But he did it. So I commend him. And he was still doing good. You know what I'm saying? He managed to get a little deal with 3 Down, Benzino's son and them. So that's when he went to Nore. So he was an official rapper because he got a deal. He was actually a signed artist. So it's business and it's also brotherlyhood, supposed to be, saying Tenori. So you're gonna get a check and you're helping out your brother, and you're setting up.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
in
So
that Dog in the Yard podcast, right? In that Dog in the Yard podcast, you
yeah.
see Pistol Pete kind of amping it up. He's saying that they've
Oh
been
yeah.
hating, you
Oh yeah.
this and that.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see it, man. I know these niggas. So I know when they doing the extra. they doing it like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing it almost like if that's like something you do in a back fucking field. Like in the background, you do that. Like you prep a nigga. These niggas actually do this shit right on fucking film. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see you know what I'm saying? Because even Pete got nothing to hate me about. Yeah, nothing to hate me about. Nothing. But at the end of the day, he's rocking with Joe. See, it's that story he told. That story he told, like 75% truth and 25% lie about when he saw me and all of that shit. Nigga, that shit was backwards, nigga. Ain't nobody ever.
He said that he had a
No,
situation with you as well, right?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
He said that he had a situation with you as well. Pistol did?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But he said that story. I give him 75% truth. The 25% lies. The 25% lies was that he talking about that I came up to him talking about, yo, but you my nigga. My nigga, my attitude was not on some more what he's talking about. I was the aggressor. I was the aggressor. So at the end of the day, I don't know what you're talking about when niggas is like, yo, but, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what, I'm talking about me. Now, he's talking about the dude that said, oh yeah, you locked up with me? But niggas did that, but they wasn't doing it like niggas was groupies. And like my niggas was on some soft shit or just like spectating shit. Nigga, we had the whole drop on everybody that night. So he's definitely capping on that. You know what I'm saying? On how the fuck I approached him. You know what I'm saying? So let's leave it like that because I appreciate the fact he kept the 75%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but once again, just like he said, once you now fucking with Joe, wow, he's the enemy. That's how easy it is to click on. You know, that's what Pete said. You know what I'm saying? No, you fucking with, no, I ain't fucking with you. I want to hear it. Like he said that to me, like he shut me up or some shit. Never happened. Never happened. Never said nothing about that. But at the end of the day, that is their narrative. That's what they pump out. You know what I'm saying? That's they do it team within the internal team, and they do it. You know, they do it with the other celebrities. You know, let me tell you a story. It was a, 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 it was a nice little party that was happening downtown. Right. This is just to let you know a situation that had me like, what the fuck, right? So it was a situation that was happening downtown, you know, some black and white affair, and they invited me, right? Some people invited me. So when I was about to go, but then my man called me and said, yo, my nigga, you know this bitch from 3LG, whatever? You know them three chicks, LG,
3LW?
once, yeah, the chick, yeah, the light skinned
3LW.
chick, Puerto Rican one?
Yeah.
Puerto Rican one though.
Uh-huh.
Okay, her. That Puerto Rican girl. She went as far as to go, like, I guess they found out that I was coming. So she went as far as to go tell, like, the promoter not to let me in. I didn't go down there yet, though. You know what I'm saying? I was going to go. But I don't know this young lady. You understand? I don't know. Next thing you know, I see her. Oh, my God. That's fucking Joe's new fucking little, like, fucking sister now. That's why it makes sense to me. So it's like, okay. So that's how they, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. I know, I you know, you know, I fucking, I hold people, you know, accountable for their own actions. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, Joe did, no, she did that on her own. But at the end of the day, it's like look, it's another like celebrity. I never knew. I remember those little girls, they were singing. I liked them. You know what I'm saying? There was like regular artists. They won't be dope in the future, whatever. But now this, look, I don't even know them. Never met her in my life. But she got Cuban Link in a sour way, you know, stopping him from getting to a club. So she took that beyond the step. She put herself there. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, like I know that now. Like back then. That's like 10 years ago. But I'm just trying to say, like, he did this for what? For what though? Like, who does that, right? Who does that? Maybe she was with somebody that's with TS that they did that. I don't know. She wanted to show her ass off. But I just want to let that young lady know that I know that she did that. And nobody really knew about this situation. I just told you now. So the young girl she went on to do the morning show and everything, right? With the girl,
Right.
with the girls and all that. So
isn't her name Adrian or something like that?
I don't know her name. I don't know her name at all. But I remember she was, the Spanish one with the chubby cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Luke. You know what I'm saying? A little Miss Piggy, a little bit. A little Miss Piggy, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But pretty Miss Piggy. You know what I'm saying? But she's cute. But at the end of the day, it's just like, why? Why would a fucking chick that I don't know like that do that? Never happened before. So it's like, I don't know. Because you know, I be getting fucking like lost because I know I'm from the hood, and when certain things hit me, like, what I'm saying, we from the streets, so certain things happen, automatic, it's like, oh, she, what I'm saying, like, those people need to be taught lessons. You know what I'm saying? They have to understand. And sometimes it's not just about, what I'm saying, no physical violence or nothing. To be, what I'm saying, maybe a conversation, whatever it is, but definitely a confrontation where it's some answers, some, what I'm saying, given. It's like, I don't want an apology either. I just want to know what made you do that. Because I know I don't know you. I know I ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm saying, that hate. I never seen hate like spread like that. That's what I'm saying. I never seen the hate spread like that so much on somebody else. I never seen it. So why the fuck me? Like I did some fucking crazy shit. Like I know I ain't do nothing. So what are they putting on me behind the scenes? What questions do you need to ask me in my face that I can answer, that can alleviate these niggas, I guess, you know what I'm saying? The truth of what it is. I don't know. I said everything. I already answered everything. So I'm the nigga who answered everything. The other niggas didn't answer it. So they hold them niggas, they hip parade them niggas. Meanwhile, the nigga, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter at the end of the day, man. I stand on my own 10. You know what I'm saying? My 10 toes, and I grip the motherfucking ground like a hawk, baby. So it is what it is. I'm just saying, these stories that I'm telling you, and these examples I give you, those are real shit. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even no cap.
So, what was your first reaction when Math started bringing up the paperwork situation and saying the paperwork is written in crayon and all that? I thought it was interesting when he questioned whether you would be able to say the truth or not on the platform.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just, you could tell, once again, you could tell his extra demeanor of trying to go in with the Crayola. That's what Joe was saying. You understand? That's what Joe was saying, how fake it was. That paperwork wasn't fake to me. That's why the reason I wanted to find out if it was real or fake. Because that shit was a real fucking paperwork. Now, it was never nothing, no fucking Crayola, no whatever. Whoever saw that paperwork know that shit was no Crayola shit. But there goes Math, using the next man's narrative, talking about Crayola and this, trying to say that you know, I'm that in need of attention, or that petty, or that mad at such a hater that I would use, a fucking, something that looks, is fake. It looks fake, and it's no doubt that it's fake. I would still try to make it like pass as if it was real. That's why he's trying to say that I do, and that's whack. That's whack. That's definitely letting me know that he's definitely Team Joe Beluga. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Math.
He was making it seem like you're so eager to have something on this man that you hate him so much.
Right. Who the yeah? Like, who the when the did I? I'm just saying. I'm reciting. Let me ask you a question. If it's a paperwork going around hoods, the five boroughs. If it's paperwork going out, but you might not know about it. But I'm saying if it's paperwork going out, and it's that's type of underground. That's like underground type shit, right? So at the end of the day, niggas is going like niggas is handling flyers with this paperwork. That's not me. That wasn't me. Niggas is giving out this like flyers. And I can say his name right now. His name is Money Mike. He passed away though. That's if if I heard right. You know what I'm saying? Shout, rest in peace and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But actually he was the one who was giving that out. And he gave it out. And Money Mike he's a real dude. His reputation is his reputation. That's why niggas, if you go back and you hear damn, what's my man name, man?
10 Toes Down
Damn.
or Star?
No, not 10.
Star?
No, the other, it's another dude. Oh, shit, I forgot. Oh man, how the fuck I forgot? Damn, man, black dude, short, been in it for. He got his own podcast too. He with Star. Anyway, he was even saying it. He was saying, yeah, nah. Like niggas was telling him, yo, what's up with this paperwork? And niggas was like, nah, niggas who gave it out. Them niggas, official niggas who gave that out. Who put that in, let me know about it. So it wasn't something that was a hidden thing. If you knew what was up, if you was, you had your ear to the street, you know what was up, you know that paperwork was going around. I didn't touch nothing. I waited to motherfucker this Star put it up. When he put it up, and he put on his fucking platform talking about some nigga named Lex Luthor. If you go through his podcast, you see there was like, yo, they got mad other paperworks. Like they got more. And so, what I'm saying? I wanted to find out if that was true at the end of the day too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a distant part of that too. You know what I'm saying? I was rocking that with that scenario back in the day, so I need to know too. That. You know what I'm saying? Not on some old. You know what I'm saying? I wish this. I was. My enemies are hot. Bottom line, that's my attitude. I know. We lost it. When you lost me.
You were saying that like they had Lex Luthor on the podcast and everything, and they were talking about it.
Yeah, they got some dude named Lex Luthor, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know these guys. I don't know these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They know them well, though. They know Joe well. You know what I'm saying? And that paperwork, that shit was implicating him and Pete in that shit.
Wait,
That's 89.
Pistol was in it too?
I didn't know Joe. I didn't know Joe in 89.
Wait, but
Yeah, in that paperwork. Oh yeah.
Pistol Pete was in the paperwork too?
Yeah, it was him and Joe. Yeah, it was in the paperwork. Anyway, I don't want to even listen to me. I don't want to even go there because at the end of the day, the dudes that are supposed to come out and bring the rest of shit out, they just left this shit like nothing when they put it all on me. That's why I was like this. Oh, niggas is crazy. Motherfucker, this is because the dude was calling from jail. You know what I'm saying? The dude was calling from jail. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he wanted that story to be his. You know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to capitalize over it and try to get some paper so he could, you know what I'm saying, help out. He was a lawyer. He got triple life. But I'm trying to tell you, that's how it was. So I was like, yo, I don't want no parts of this dog, but at the end of the day, I do want to hear it. So if you know what I'm saying, you don't, I'll give you, I'll definitely open my motherfucking platform, let you say what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? I want to find out myself. So we was going to that shit. That's why you see 10 Toes calling him. But he was a little confused because after that, the communication stops. And that's when Joe came out. Because I told Joe, address it. Why don't you address it? I told that nigga to do that. The niggas was getting at me, talking about, oh, you did this way. I said, read the top, man. Read the top, man. I want to find out myself. So at the end of the day, let that man address it. Stop trying to cover up for that. Let him address it. And he did. He did. But once he did that, there's a story behind that too. But let's not go there, because then once again, Cuban link is always doing something that, I don't even want to go there. All right? I leave that for me and 10 Toes. Me and 10 Toes know what the fuck we talk about. That's it. At the end of the day, left it alone. Left it alone. The dudes didn't, respond back. Obviously, uh, Joe won that. He won that. So at the end of the day, that's why he exonerated him. Because the dudes that were supposed to their story, some niggas, they went hiding. They were under hiding. And I heard the dude's working on a book.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I heard the dude working on a book there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Once again, it's gonna take like fucking 10 years for you to discover this fucking little thing out. So I'm not saying anything. It's not my story. Like I said, I want to leave it alone, but Math keep going with it. You know what I'm saying? So I have to answer the way I answer it and say the truth. So
Do you think it's just easier for Math to go with the popular opinion, the narrative that exists about the paperwork, instead of doing his research about it? Because you actually sent him.
that's careless. That's careless though. That's careless. To keep on with that narrative, that's like it's gonna be real beef. Because you're putting something on me that it's right there, and you just going with a narrative. That's like saying, you know what I'm saying? That's like you following a rumor. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, he responded to me when I hit him the first time. It was like, my bad, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be more responsible. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought you gonna do you gonna do the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I see this. I see the two face. I see the playing. The playing around. I see him still standing on it. Why? Why? You want? You want it? Then? Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. Like I don't know math. I don't know like that. I don't know math like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know math like that. So at the end of the day, it's like, what are you doing? You pushing me to do what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's like me saying something about you, like, yo, you did that bitch. You did it. Because I heard it through. That's me, like me saying when they ask me about math, I'll be like, yo, yeah, yo, he the chick, you know what I'm saying? Because I heard it in the internet. That's foul, right?
Yeah.
So I won't do that. It's not me, right? Because of loyalty, because of just integrity. And you know what I'm saying? I won't do that. I'm not this nigga. Never been. If I say something, it's because I know it. So for him to do that, it's like you doing that. You want me to, you want me. You're putting the motherfucking lighter to the bomb. That's what you're doing. And you know what I'm saying? Why you keep doing that? Why you keep doing that? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? You know what I'm saying? So only he could answer that, but
Because he made that joke about you.
because he never said that. He never said that. Like, he could have addressed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, DM to me in the beginning was nothing but love and respect. I go from love and respect and all that, because that paperwork shit 2 years old. Love and respect, lyrical, all that shit, nothing but love. To now being, I never have him on my podcast, when he got with Joe. All of a sudden, this is a narrative. Right? These niggas like bitch ass niggas where they could just be like saying one thing in front of me and then, well, there's something like that. I just didn't think math was like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a brand newbie. He's coming out. Still got that swag of that rookie shit with him. So he's green. So I'm thinking he's still with it. He's still not plugged into the matrix yet. You know what I'm saying? So he could, because I know he followed that story. I know he followed me and Joe's story before all of this. And I'm sure he had questions to himself, yo, now all that, you going, you know what I'm saying? You going to let Now that you inside, you're gonna let you're gonna join that. The same shit that you was probably thinking about. Yeah, they doing Cuban like wrong and shit. You don't even want to find out because now you know. But now I think it's a payday behind that Cuban shit. That's what I think it is. It's a payday. It's something. It's something lucrative. Something lucrative for people to be like, yo, fuck that. That's fuck Cuban. Because it's no way in the world that you can just say that to anybody else. Like you say, like anybody else, like you see that happening, like yo, it's not even, you know what I'm saying? As an artist too, these are artists talking. So imagine if somebody do that to you, and the only reason Joe could do that to me is because he could do that to me because he has seniority over me, over, as far as like the Terror Squad. He was my label. He was I was under him in that sense, and he's the one who gave me the deal, I guess. So, they look at him as seniority, and they listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he brought out Pun. He gets the credit for that. So the old Latino, he's the Latino, I guess. Whenever you go to the Latino, he's the head chief in charge, and that's the rules of the chief in charge. So as long as them rules,
Because when Math made that joke about you, right, during his interview with Cannabis, he
yeah.
said that Cuban Link gonna call me a fucking hypocrite, and he started laughing. I made a video about that, and he commented, and he had said I didn't mean no malice towards him. But then this interview,
No, I know. I didn't take it like that. I didn't take it like that either. I took it like, damn. I mean, his head. The situation is in his mind at least. It's for him to say, damn, look at that. You know what I'm saying?
right? But then he came out with this interview, and obviously they had recorded them around the same time, so it was like, which one really is it then? Because it wasn't just him saying like, oh, I'm afraid of this situation not being truthful. This, like, he put extra sauce on it, and that's how the fans really took it too. Like the crayon, like just like the really,
That's what I'm saying, man.
his comments seemed a little bit more extra. So like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And people need to hold these dudes accountable. Hold them. They hold me accountable. They hold me accountable, man. I hold myself accountable for shit. You see me at times. I come out and I apologize on my own as a man. I hold myself accountable. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So these dudes really, it's really the fans too, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know because once you get to that level where the machine takes over, what I'm saying? The machine throws, what I'm saying? They throw that money at it, they throw that gas at it, and it's like, the machine can make you, what I'm saying, seem a certain way when it's really not, but it can help you in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
yeah.
The fans were disappointed as well because they were like, if anyone can understand Cuban situation, it's Math, because Math was blackballed.
And before that, anybody but it was Nore. It was Nore because Nore he was off the cuff, like he's freestyle. He don't say shit, out of spurts, and you know what I'm saying. He was always marching for that. So
Like Math should be able to understand more than anybody because it's like he was blackballed to a certain extent in battle rap, right? And then also there was a negative stigma about him that he felt like it wasn't really true. So he should be able to understand where you're coming from because you kind of relate with that.
listen, I'm not looking for nobody that don't believe the truth. That don't I don't want nobody to do me a fucking favor. Act like they my friend and just be like, what I'm saying, on some more like, you my nigga, I'm still riding with you. Like, nah, it's not even still riding with you, nigga. I stand for the truth, nigga. I'm spitting the truth. You standing by the side of the truth. You riding with me. You riding for what I'm saying. You riding because, you did your diligence and you know that what I'm saying comes out to be true. You see it for yourself.
Did you catch when he said y'all two need to fix that before I even think about having you on my platform?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's never. Basically, that's what he's saying. I need to fix what? He just don't see these people, these dudes that are in between. I know they don't want to be part of this. I know inside that. I mean, even though they got to show Joe that they ain't rocking with him and all that, but they don't want to be part of this. It's going to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna feel that pressure. And you gonna feel the pressure from both sides. You know what I'm saying? From me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you standing, you standing for somebody that you know, I'm saying he's lying, and then, you know, they saying I'm lying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. So it's like somebody got to be telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, do at the end of the day, if you're a master joke, what my narrative is, which is my narrative is basically the truth. If you was to see Joe butt naked after my truth is done hit him, he will be a thief. He will be a user. He will be a con man. He will be a liar. He will be a bootleg MC, and he will be a parasite that sits on a host and he feeds off a host. That's what Joe will be. That's how ugly, the ugliest form of description. That's what Joe will be. So I understand. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Why niggas would, usually when you say, oh, you gay. Nigga, you gay. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just throw it, bring it back at you. But he got power, he got a little money, he got, you know what I'm saying? He got some people in high places in the business. And he's been able to walk the walk. In the thin line, in the trapeze. But he's been walking that tightrope. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, I think, yeah.
I feel like most people will take the path of least resistance or the path that benefits them the most.
Yeah, but he makes it beneficial for them. He always makes it beneficial. Joe makes it beneficial. You know what I'm saying, man? To this day, to put it like this, to this day, I don't know how the them niggas stood quiet with the paperwork. And next thing you know, Joe's in a red eye over here in New York.
Because like of course it's more beneficial for them to side with the bigger artists, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and whoever the swing is going to, whoever the, you know what I'm saying, like the momentum is going to, which is the momentum Joe has it because he's in a higher level. You know, he's in front of people's faces. You know Joe more than me. He's out there doing this shit. And you see him writing books, right? And playing, the Joe brother. He wants to be what, Joe Williams. He wants to be. He's out everywhere. So he's somebody that's doing his PR work. So he's in front of everybody. So the momentum goes to him. I'm still in the like under the sewer again, yelling out the sewer. They was there with a megahorn. You know what I'm saying? With a megahorn out the sewer, but it was still in the sewer. You know what I'm saying? Compared to where he's at. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's a lie. That's it. I don't give a what. He could be on top of the. Could be the president. You're a lie. You're saying lies. You're shitting on my name, assassinating my character on purpose. When it's not like that. I see if it was like that. And then we was just, we enemies, and you got that on me. You know what I'm saying? That you could say, oh, Cuban is alcoholic. Oh, Cuban is this. Cuban is, whatever, foul. And you got proof. You know what I'm saying? Cuban did this. Oh, this. He just, all you said was, Cuban, I did all of this for Cuban. I did all this for Cuban. That's all he says. I did all this for Cuban. All this. Yet, at the end of the day, why is the pressure so like come on, dog. Look, you can read between the lines, man. Math, read between the lines, baby. Them made up with 50. 50 had that nigga under pressure. 50 put that boy under pressure. Business pressure. It's a different pressure. Me, I'm in the street, so you know what I'm saying. Not to say anything like you know somebody that you know what I'm saying that lives with the street and all that. But I'm saying when I'm in the street, I'm on my trenches. When that happened to me, it was definitely camouflages. You know what I'm saying with you know the polish right there underneath the eyes, and you know what I'm saying the infrared glasses. It was that time. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe in reality, I mean, who the left New York City? Because I know I ain't leave. I ain't never leave New York when that beef happened. I never left New York. Who left New York?
Right. Because he's
So
down in Miami now, right?
nigga broke out to Miami that same year. Nigga. That same time, like probably 2 months after that happened. He broke out because he knew he had to relocate for the moment. So he went over there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? The guy, I guess he got stronger. You know, because he got, you know, he got the inside. He got the people, you know, in the inside are powerful. You know, they put him in places inside where he could play that role that he plays. You know what I'm saying? He plays a certain type of role where, you know, the little twitchy eye and the tone of his voice. You know, you might listen to him, you might believe him. You know what I'm saying? So you let that go. You know, I'm sure he changes the narrative around. You know what I'm saying?
I said that the fans are saying that everybody knows where Math's podcast is in Harlem and that you should go there and have a conversation with him off camera.
I mean, I shouldn't have a conversation. I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already know we're not playing for the same team. You know what I'm saying? We're playing for opposite teams. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. I mean, what else? You know what I'm saying? The only thing that they need to say is exactly what Nore said. You know, that's what Math needs to say. Well, you know, I don't need to know that. I mean, I already know. You know what I'm saying? Just by the way things are going. You know, niggas, they do certain things, man, to let you know where they stand. I think he did enough to show me he's rocking over there. And he believes that shot. He think that's the winning team. Bottom line. So, the only conversation I would like to have with him is, you know what I'm saying, probably some hip hop shit about, you know, battle rap and shit. But you know what I'm saying? Not right now. I mean, right now is, you know, he playing a little. He's lingering too much around that subject with me. And, you know what I'm saying, with the paperwork and trying to make me, you know what I'm saying, too much of the main ingredient in it. It's not sitting right. You know what I'm saying? So maybe in time, you know what I'm saying, we could talk about some regular shit. Cause you know I'm a hip hop nigga. So you know what I'm saying, and I know Math is a hip hop nigga. You know, he's an upcoming talent to the actual game. So you know what I'm saying. Too bad that he got his royal oats with Cuban link. You know, I guess. You know what I'm saying. I mean, they threw the best at me. Yeah, y'all remember K Slade? You know what I'm saying. He was on top of the world, and they go talking about he was a black fat joke. Rest in peace. But you know that dude, you know what I'm saying. He blocked a lot of business from me too. K Slade. Not to even say nothing. I mean, I said this shit. I said this shit when he was alive, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just trying to give you a little bit of hit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of history. It's not just math. You know what I'm saying? It's no way. It's no way all these niggas should be talking that extra shit about Cuban Link. Never, never, never. And if you do want to talk about me, then holler at me. Like that's what this business is for. That's why this is hip hop. This is why this is music. This is why, you know, if you want to know my personality, whatever, you could invite me to your place, to your motherfucking podcast, to whatever it is, FaceTime talk, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If it's about, you know what I'm saying, about it pertains this business. Because everything we do pertains this business. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. But niggas trying to make it look like Cuban link shit. Oh, it has nothing to do with hip hop type shit. It's some other shit. Like, no, nigga, it's the same shit. I'm over here trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep my motherfucking name in respect so y'all niggas could understand it, what's going on. I don't want the fans to get it twisted when they see, you know, everybody ganging up on somebody. And you know how niggas be with the narrative. Oh, if everybody says it, then you know it must be right. That's not the truth. That's not the truth at all. That shit is far from the truth. The fact is that I'm saying the truth, and all these niggas are lying. That's what the fuck I'm telling you. So this is the only, you know what I'm saying? This is that type of situation. And that's the reason why you hear me talking and you hear me going over things that I think, well, it's so, to me, it's so easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I seen it, I know what it is. But I understand that, you know what I'm saying, the fans and people that wasn't there, I understand. But I just figured, like, you know what I'm saying? Homie did enough things that to show himself, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years. So I don't understand how it could be a question of what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what I'm saying, it is what it is. And, you know, I'm talking maybe from a, you know what I'm saying, like when I talk about like the pun part, I talk about like as a brother, as a family member, you know what I'm saying? And when I talk about like even in the family member thing, like the Rios family, you know, Laz and the kids, that's them over there too. Like I separate them too when I talk about them too. So I'm talking about just me and my brother pun. You understand? So nobody could get like, you know, like the cooties from Cuban Link, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how they run that shit too, another narrative. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I stood by your side, so you know I gotta go through all this shit because of you, because you ain't gotta go through shit, nigga. Oh, nigga, nigga, whoever the fuck. If y'all thinking that y'all gotta blame that on me, man, but y'all standing on the truth, you blaming me because you know niggas done did some shit to f with your life or with your, you know what I'm saying, your earnings and stuff like that. I'm just saying, not everybody. I'm just saying, motherfuckers be doing that because I had that happen to me. And I said, when it's like, yo, you know, but I picked your side, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go through all this shit. Like, my nigga, you know, what kind of shit is that? You picked the side of the truth. You picked the side of the truth, and yet you over here blaming me like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's my fault and shit because you chose the truth. So then why the fuck you choose it? Why
Who are
you
you
choose
talking
it then?
about? Who are you talking about?
I'm just talking about when niggas, you know what I'm saying, they side with you. Like they side with you, but then later on it becomes like, you know, being in the side of the truth ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't easy.
But are you talking about anyone in particular?
I'm just talking about people. I had that happen to me where you know some people come out and they say things like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like they go through, you know, I know what it is. Like I know it's my truth. I can stand on it 1,000% and I can hold it down for eternity on my motherfucking hands. I could do a handstand and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I could do that type of bit. Because it's mine. So you know what I'm saying? But when you got certain people like what we, you know, like let's just say you see what I went through, right? As far as like not having a deal, having niggas hate on me inside the industry because of that. So you see all the repercussions that come with it, right? By me standing on my truth, right? And it's you got to know that, you know, that what I went through ain't easy. When I could have just took the easy way out, took the Nore door, took the math number. You know what I'm saying? One of those. If I would have took one of those, I would have been chilling, right? Chilling. Or I could have been a bitch ass nigga, sued and did all that shit and been rich, you know. I wouldn't feel good by myself. Um, so at the end of the day, it's like it's when it's yours to carry, whatever. Like I go. I feel more for the niggas that feel like that. Like, damn, like you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know I'm going through this shit, but now just cause he rolling with me and shit. Now they might be, you know what I'm saying, doing him dirty or some other shit, and he might give up. He might crack him. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas crack. So when they crack, it's like, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, like some of my even like let's just say um associates. I'm not even gonna say friends. Some niggas did that. As far as like rappers that you see over there in TS, like went over there. You know what I'm saying? Some of them niggas did that because they didn't want to go through that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they try to do. At the end of the day, did Joe try to do that example? That's how I felt. Like you trying to use me as an example. So that made me go even crazier. That made me even go, you know what I'm saying, like extra harder. Because if it's respect within, you know what I'm saying, two human beings, two men, then we handle it and we give each other the respect and we give each other what we want to, you know what I'm saying, as far as like what's going to take to get the shit out of our system.
So if Math hits you up and says, I want to talk to you, and it's off camera, everything is just between you two, do you say yes or you say no?
Of course, I'd say, yeah. Why not? I'll talk. I mean, I never talked to him on a horn. I ain't talked to him on a horn yet. I talked to him on like texting and shit. Send him fucking like voice messages and shit through like Instagram. But he never sent me one back and nothing like that. I know, you know what I'm saying? I never talked to him. I don't know Mav like that. You know what I'm saying? I know him because I feel I know him because of the battle rap. You know, I'm a big battle rap fan. So, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of the dudes that you know what I'm saying, I fuck with as far as that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Uh, but 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 me knowing him like on some personal shit, never met him. Never met him in my life.
right. But you would only talk to him if he reached out to you. You're not going to initiate it anymore, right?
Well, no, but nah, I don't need to initiate it no more. I already did. I already did. That was the first time. You know, I tried to reach out. You know what I'm saying? I reached out. I reached out and I said, yo, my man. You know what I'm saying? Send him all the paperwork, all the fucking the videos, everything he needed to see. So he don't even have to go through all that bullshit of trying to find anything. I said, here, put it in shit, said what I said. You know what I'm saying? He said what he said. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said more responsible, that more responsible shit, that line. I took it like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He understood. That's his bad, but you know what I'm saying? He's allowed one. You know what I'm saying? He's allowed something. But now he's like doubling down on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the other, that's the mother niggas from the, you know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. My word is my bond. I don't play games like that. I don't say nothing that I don't mean. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why they think I'm fucking, they can't get the truth from me. Niggas like that, like people like that. People like that play with their word. And, you know what I'm saying? They do shit like that. Like, what I say is what I mean. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I play around, I joke around. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I clown like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Snap, all that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like my principles, and when it comes to my, like when it's like a topic that is serious, all that shit is, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't joke around when it comes to that. Like, I'm for real about it. You know what I'm saying? And now I joke around with the TS situation because it's already a long time. And you know, you gotta be a fucking good sport about it. Kid, shit happen. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, shit happen. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what you gonna do? You know, they made me prettier. That's it. Made me more sexy, motherfuckers. That's what you did. Bitch ass, you know what I'm saying? Betrayal from the back. You know, they were supposed to like try to hurt my future or hurt my image. It made me prettier, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I take it. But even though with the bitch and betrayal, those words are serious, right? But I still could, you know, be like, okay, you know, you made me prettier. You know what I'm saying? I could, I'm the real Scarface now. You know what I'm saying? I had Scarface on my arm. We all had Scarface on our arm, but I guess I'm the real Scarface now. That's what I told that nigga. So, you know, you know, it's just how you, if you get to know me, then you know who the fuck I am. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I tried this time around. I try to get my mind on a creative level, and you know, just getting back to the music and get back to the to the to the actual to the actual theme of it. Because before it was like that anger. I mean, I can have anger, I can switch it off and on, but sometimes I didn't even know. Like, I would write a rhyme and shit, and at the same time be like, damn, I can't even say this hardcore shit. It could be. I wasn't even thinking about that nigga, but they gonna think it's about that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And it came out, certain joints came out like that too. But like every hardcore rhyme I spit, gotta be about them. Like, it's like a threat to them and shit. They care, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you know what? I did. Like they already categorized me on that note already. So I know I'm not limited like that. I've never been limited like that. So I had to make that change. You know what I'm saying? And the change was God, of course, God. You know what I'm saying? God. You know what I'm saying? Opening up doors and me embracing God more than I had before. Because we could always say we believe in God and take Him and saying talk it. But when it's time to walk it, you know what I'm saying? That's when the problem starts with the walking part. And I'm not talking about just, obedient, not smoking. And I'm not talking about, not cursing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really, really having that love where your heart and, you know what I'm saying, you can feel that energy of him. You know what I'm saying? You can feel him in your mind. You can feel him in your soul. That's the type of connection I'm talking about. That's the link that changed me.
So a lot of fans are saying at this point you should stop talking about it and just drop a diss track to them.
Oh my God. They really want to go backwards then. Because if you see my archives, I got fucking 20,000 songs dissing them niggas. they, they never dissed me one time.
Nah. But they're saying
Well, they tried to. The fucking Tony Baloney nigga tried to do some shit.
they're
And they
saying
always do what?
they're saying you should release a 3-verse diss track, one to Nore, one to Math, and one to Joe.
Yeah, no, yeah. They want me to keep on. They want me to keep on. I just explained God to you. That's the reason I'm not doing that. That's the link that I just told you about. The mind, body, and soul. Connection with God. That's why I told you I can't go back there because that's where I was at. You see how people are? That's crazy. They wouldn't even say that. Because it's like, that's the fuck I did from the jump. From the jump is what I did. When I found out that, I was being blackballed by this nigga, he was already using Steve Lobel in LA to shut down the doors on the labels. That's what I did. I came out with, nigga, we run the city. Nigga, we run the city. That shit was crazy. That rhyme was crazy. That was my first set off joint. Um, and nobody, and that's another thing. You see, like I hold my craft like mad prestigious. It's like hip hop. It's what we do as MCs.
Yeah.
And I seen everybody, what I'm saying, when it comes to like, yo, best this song, this, niggas got no problem saying, oh, Ether, oh, you know what I'm saying, the Jada Kids one, this is, 50. Oh, niggas do never bring my shit up. And my shits are fucking like incredible flames. Like if you listen to my diss songs, I swear to God, you be like, damn, this nigga went in. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like for some reason, it's like even when I did like Flowers for the Day. Flowers for the Day. Oh, that's too serious. It's too depressing. Like, I can't believe that. Then of course, then you give it to the public and then they give you the opinion. Also, that's why it's the number one fucking funeral attending song ever. And you know what I'm saying? I get the thank yous and the tears and the fans pouring out their heart, connecting with me, talking about, what I'm saying, that thank you for making that song. And, because that's the real meaning of what I try to do. But then you get around, what I'm saying, like people, right, let's just say the Joes or back in the days or the Craig Commons, people that business, when they confused about picking a single or whatever, it's just like, yo, I make music, right? I make my music. Sometimes I don't know what the fuck. It just happens. Like just flat songs, like Flowers for the Day. That was the song that I just said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? My man G, he did the beat, and that was the sample to Young and the Restless, a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? And that's what came out before Pump Pass. You know what I'm saying? So that came out. I wrote it. I wrote the hook for Domingo. Domingo's a salsa singer. I actually had that nigga sing that because he wanted to venture into the English world. You know what I'm saying? Because he speak English. He just, you know what I'm saying? He's a salsa singer. He always been that. So he wanted to do the transition. So he kept, he was hanging around and shit. Around my studio and stuff because we about to work on something. Then we came to that beat and I was like, that one. And, everything. But I'm like that though. I'm saying when I compose like from the top to bottom, front to end. That's what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I always, even if it's a singer that's gonna be part of me, I mean part of my shit, I write a fucking hook for them. And if they do better, then they do better. But I be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was zone out and I have my own ideas of things. And I just put it down. I put it down, my ideas. You know what I'm saying? If they hot, they hot. And you're usually the hottest shit ever. Like to that fucking actual that material. You know what I'm saying? Even songs like back then, they tell me what you want from me. I did that. You know what I'm saying? The Hey Mamas, that Tony Sunshine song, I did that. All them shits that I'm on, I did the hook. All of them.
Yeah, because I noticed that you
All of them.
are melodic as well.
Yeah, yeah. I've always been melodic, but that wasn't, when we came out, that wasn't really the thing. So I used to get criticized by, you know what I'm saying, Joe and shit, Pun. Dude, they used to say I was like a Ricky Martin nigga, because I was, like when I did the oh yo yo oh with the one with Pink. It's Pink and Cuban link. So they started making fun of me with that shit, talking about Ricky Martin and shit. That was like the Ricky Martin vibe with the tick 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 tick. Come here. But them niggas funny. That was a funny joke.
24K is now on streaming services, right? So who is making money from that?
Fat Joe and the TS.
You don't get any money for that?
No. Fuck. I don't get no money from that. They never came out. That's an album that never came out. They spent 1.4 million on it.
He said 1.8.
1.4. You gotta lying. You gotta understand Joe is always capping.
So he ended up putting it out just on streaming services?
1.4 that's what I got.
So he put it out on streaming services just to collect and you don't get any money from that?
I don't know what he did. If you ask Cuban, how do Joe ties, like, what's his tie into that? I think he definitely sold that shit to the back in the days he used to have the bootlegs. I think he definitely gave them niggas you know what I'm saying? Like, he gave them the master copy and he made money off the top on some street hustling shit. Cause he was on some old, you know what I'm saying, doing street shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Even with the labels, with the beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas charge a certain amount and he'll put extra on top. You know what I'm saying? And niggas will break them off. But I definitely feel like, because nigga, in the history of TS, since we started, we used to be the niggas beating down the bootleggers. You know what I'm saying? We used to just beat niggas down. Just if they had, any Fat Joe or Pun or niggas that we fuck with. Any artist we fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because they was taking money from our pocket. That's how back in the days, we seen it. But in my case, I love the bootleggers now. Because the way that shit happened with me, it's like that was a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't get no money from it, but it was not mine. That's Atlantic's property. So at the end of the day, who you think leaked that song out? I mean, that album out. If it's not for Joe. If it's not what his authorization, what the fuck it is, authorification, whatever. He authorized it. in other words, because he had to, because there's no nigga Bronx in the 5 boroughs that could sell that fucking Cuban link 24K without getting beat down by the niggas who own it. And Joe should have been protecting Craig Common. That was the president of Atlantic Records that gave him the deal. So, because that's Atlantic's property. So that, that goes to show you another shit what he does. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's mine. I don't got no proof of that. The only proof is what I know personally, how we used to deal with motherfuckers, bootleggers, and for that nigga to just let a album that it wasn't even released by Atlantic, was in our total control. It was in control of the, as far as like, it was the Terror Squad, Cuban Link. So it was Joe that has to answer for that, right? So supposedly, because he's the one who got the deal for that fucking shit to come out without nobody knowing, especially the owners of it. And they made money. The streets made money off that fucking shit. The bums make money. Like, that shit was platinum in the streets. And that was why I gotta applaud it. So you promoted me. Great promotion. You understand? Whoever did it, I think it did. You got to be somebody in the house. And for, like I said, the hierarchy, the top, you have to check with Joe. Because if any fucking Cuban Link 24K was in the street, I guarantee if Joe would have gave a fuck about it, he would have found out who was it, and he would have gave him the love. He would have had to, beat that nigga up, or them niggas had to pay some extra money if that would have happened without his authorization. So I know that he had to be, because they never made a beef about it. You never heard that nigga say nothing about, yo, should have seen what we did to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because he like to talk about everything. He ain't talk about that, because it never happened. Because he had something to do with it. That's just me, man. I just know. I know people. I know my niggas, and I know my enemies. Those are my niggas. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I know them.
And yo, because
I
I
know
thought
him.
that excuse, that excuse that they were using, saying that
Yeah.
you weren't going to recoup,
5,000.
was whack,
Come on.
because you had so much hype around you at that time that that's not possible.
And nobody ever disputes that with him. When he says that to people, it'll be like, yo, but Joe, how could Cuban be only talking? He said 5,000. It's a ship 5,000. That's that's the exaggeration, lie, extra hate on top of me, because at the end of the day, you're trying to say I'm whack. So how the fuck am I whack? Am I set up with off the books? I'm set off with in your album, Triz. I'm set off with the Terror Squad, Dame Un Beso, and all of that shit. How am I gonna sell 5,000 copies? Tell me. Tell me. So at the end of the day, it was the old Fat Joe. Let me make my move here. Pun is dead. I don't, fuck that. I ain't gonna let this nigga Cuban fuck come out and take all of that sorrows and the tears for that pun got, and then you know what I'm saying, with the new music and become who he, like, I'm not in this team. I mean, I'm saying that as if I was him, because that's what he really did. That nigga really did that. He pushed my album back. And see, now I was waiting. First of all, I jumped the line because Off the Books made me jump the line because Pun put me on Off the Books. But I killed the shit with 8 bars, so I became hot, right? That's my way of becoming hot. Pun put me on it. You know what I'm saying? Without Jordan, I was supposed to be Pun's artist anyway. That's how Joe and Pun, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to be Foundation Records, but Pun fucking told me, nah, go with Joe too. Like, so we did that. Me, Sace, we supposed to be the Full Eclipse crew, and we supposed to go under Pun since he made it. That was the deal that Joe and Pun made, but Pun with the we became family, so it was like, nah, guy, two ain't guy, go with Joe too. Fuck that. So Joe started shopping my deal, and he got the deal for that. But what was I gonna say right now? What was the topic that I was gonna
Because
say?
the bootleggers obviously wanted it because they made a lot of money
The
off of it,
bootlegs
right?
want anything that's hot. Anything that's hot. Whatever the fuck is hot. It could be. The end of your shoestring. If that's like a style to it and it's hot in the streets and it's selling, that's all the bootlegs want. They don't give a fuck if it's Cuban link. Now after they sell it, customers come to them and be like, "Yo, you got the 24K?" And they started putting that 24K together with Cuban link. Then it's like, "Oh shit, I had some bootleggers, I had some bum niggas come to me. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you for fucking, yo, when I had this shit, man, those shit's going like water." And what can I say? Usually, back in the days, I used to beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Because they taking for my money. But that project wasn't. It was something that it's not. It wasn't. It didn't belong to me. The masters belonged to Atlantic
I
Records.
know, bro, but you
And
put in a lot of hard work into that and you didn't get to see it
of course,
really.
I put a lot of hard work into everything I did. The Terror Squad album, um, the the Yeah Baby album after Pun Pass. I had to, go in there and do. Had to do a lot of cleanups and things and put my twist in it for my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think nobody would have did it like that. I couldn't leave nobody else, no other hands to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just how I feel. I know what my brother wanted.
I know, but you didn't get to see the money to come from 24K. So that had to hurt though.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt because I came here in a boat, man. You know that? That's the humility that keeps me who I am. I came in a boat without knowing English. Broke as fuck. Underwears. My father's fucking neck and his shoulders. My mother, me, my sister, and my father. This is a dream. This is my American dream. So no matter how much niggas try to make it a nightmare, it can never be a nightmare. You know? The nightmare comes with, I know I ain't doing nothing to dishonor myself, to dishonor anything I'm saying. In fact, I'm doing the reverse. I'm honoring my brother Pun. I'm honoring his fucking family. I'm honoring the game of hip hop by standing my stance, by saying what I'm saying and keeping and actually doing what I'm doing. Because that's a hip hop move right now. We don't go to fucking lawyers. This is hip hop. We come from the street. Now he didn't want to. He went the guy that was supposed to be the gangster from the street. He's the one that wanted to use the lawyers, against his own, what I'm saying, family and stuff. I never used the lawyer on him. Never did. And it don't matter. Me not using a lawyer, him, he still did greaseball shit, more greaseball shit. Because he took advantage of the fact that I didn't. Like he must have think probably that I was stupid. It's just he doesn't believe that. No, dog. Maybe I am stupid because that's what you wanted me to be. But it's just my integrity, dog. It's just my morals. It's just my DNA would reject that in the mirror if I did it. I won't be happy with myself. It was never because no fear, never because no, never been a slick nigga. Never been the slick nigga that waiting for the opportunity to jump up. Guys, pick me, pick me. Well, after some tragedy happens to somebody, that's never been me, man. I earn mine. You know what I'm saying? And I earn mine. And that's the Cuban in me too, man. You know what I'm saying? We proud dudes. We proud people. You know what I'm saying? That's in the bloodline. He doesn't have that. Even though he's half Cuban, he doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he always talking bad about Cubans. So, I mean, he had the best Puerto Rican cat ever. He's Puerto Rican and he's Cuban. And he had the best Cuban ever. What he wanted to do. He just hated his Cuban side so much, he had to hate me. He had to hate me too. I don't know why his Cuban side did to him. But ever since I know him. And his stepfather's name is fucking Delgado too, like me. Ernesto Delgado. So much resemblance, you know. And I'm born in Cuba, so you know what I'm saying? I remember that nigga just put me through the fucking ring. Through the ringer because, you know what I'm saying, all that talking about Cubans, how they think they this and that. I'm like, the fuck? This nigga's not half Cuban. Then I met his stepfather, he cool as motherfucker, he real Cuban. Oh, yeah, said he do a lot. Little nigga. That was my man. That was my man. I still remember the day they told me. See, for his sister, I heard you talking about Gilly. I heard you telling Gilly about, you know what I'm saying, like Joe being under a lot of stress because, he lost a lot of people at that time, which he did. He lost his sister and he lost Pun. Um, I was there with his sister. I said a prayer, but she was sedated. Now, I don't think he was there when that happened. It was me, Sunkus. I think it was Chase. It was like four of us. And we huddled around her because Lisa was cool. His sister was dumb cool. Fucked with her from the hood, you know. And she was just dope. You know what I'm saying? She was dope. She was that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I had love for her on some personal shit. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. You know what I'm saying? So that's his sister. You don't see me, you know what I'm saying? Saying that shit about him going, hitting the below the belt, doing things like I don't do that. I don't do that because I know, like his stepfather, got nothing but love still since I met that. You know what I'm saying? That little Cuban, elder guy. He probably cursed me out. Probably say fuck me too right now because that's his son and whatever. But I remember, you know what I'm saying? He's a fair dude. I remember when we was starting. That nigga looked at me because he took a little liking because I'm Cuban for real. Like he's Cuban, I'm Cuban, like from out there. So he told me in Spanish. He said, "Oye, no piense que mi hijo te gusta a ti porque es amigo tuyo." He said, "Don't think the son got love for you because you know what I'm saying. He likes you. He see money. That's what he see." He told me just like that.
Oh,
He told me
wow.
just like that. That's my word and everything. And I always kept that in my head. I always kept certain things people said. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things that that leads it leads more to like the be careful when you deal with them. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I go back in time, I'll do it again because the situations that we come from, because of the bond we had, because of the energy we built, because how it started between me, Pun, Safe. You know what I'm saying? The Tomb. Um, that story is a beautiful story. It's just that Joe tries to hide it. And he tries to hide it because he don't want to give it he don't want to give it no light. So it could be just about him. That's how the greed works. Like I've never seen somebody. Well, that's greed. That's just plain greed in every category you can put it in. But I don't understand. Like my whole thing is about telling the truth, right? And telling the truth includes how it started with nothing missing, nothing added, nothing taken away. How it added. I think it started when you go back to Joe shit. It started with Gizmo in Forest Projects. It started with the guy that influenced Joe how to rap, right? I mean, it could have started with Charlie Rock way back then, but then that was a separate life. That was a street life, right? Then you got Gizmo that he never mentions. That's the guy that really, you know what I'm saying? He was a all-star motherfucker from the hood, playing ball, Spanish, Puerto Rican nigga. That was nice spitting on that mic around Forest Projects. And, he was Joe's friend. He inspired Joe to rap. That should be the story. And then the realness of the Terror Squad, the niggas who built it by putting that blood, sweat, and tears inside, you know what I'm saying, with the muscle and the hustle, all of that. That built Joe. That's what built Joe. But he never says that. Even when they give him the BET shit, he should have did that. He's supposed to bring that shit 360 back around. Don't do it. We do it the Beluga way. 180. 180.
What did you think about Joe saying that they haven't spoke to you in 20 years and you still keep coming out with these new stories they know nothing about? That comment that he put on Tony's post.
What are you referring to? What stories? Like what story?
I don't know. He just says that he didn't say your name, but he said like these guys keep coming out with new stories like every week, and like
Who Tony said that?
Joe said that.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But what could he be talking about? I mean, what did I ever? The stories? I got a million stories. I remember every fucking thing. So it's not like I haven't. I don't need to see him in 20 years. I don't need to see him no more in life. And I got a whole book for you.
Right, but
Fuck. I mean, what story? Like I'm. Once again, he's trying to say that I'm telling stories.
right, he's just kind of basically saying that you lie about the stuff and all that, and that
Yeah, right. I know. I mean, that's what a liar would do. A liar will tell you the truth. He's a liar. The truth. That's to stay quiet, and it's because the action is what speaks, right? But over here, he got a powerful liar. And he feeds that motherfucking lie some fucking extra lies. He feed them motherfucking liars, boy. He got a group of shit. This is like the biggest fucking mountain of lies I ever seen in my life. Like deliberately. Like you know how it is when entertainment and real life. Okay, we know we're not stupid. What entertainment is, what real life. These are on like on live camera acting like they're not who they are. Like they're somebody else. I see that. And it's not because of jealousy. It's not because you could see the baloney smokingism in them. You see the smoke come out of the ears, the fucking mouth, the noses. You see it. You see fucking Tony Sunshine with like he wasn't a crackhead 2 years ago. This thing like this. Oh, like he's pinky. I don't have time for these peasants. Like you believe these things? Like for real? Like what fucking drug made you think that? What the that? So that means you didn't learn no lessons. That means you skipped everything. You lied about everything. You didn't take a heed. You didn't give a fuck. You went straight. The devil did that to you. Had to. Because God don't do that. God would have made you humble. God would have never made you act like that after what you've been through. So I know you would. Satan's definitely in your pocket. Well, you in his pocket.
so the thing with Tony Sunshine, right? Like he doesn't want to talk about you on camera,
Oh
but
no. He doesn't want to talk about. He's like a bitch. Oh, he don't want to talk about me, but he throws subliminals all day at me, and then he goes on his live and he talks, and then when you try to go get him, he sets it off, and he erases it. Oh yeah, great little. He's a good little hooker.
on his IG, he'll make these posts and it's pretty clear that it's about you, but
Yeah, he's a bitch. I don't got time for him. He got slapped with a cock. He got slapped with a 3 times in his face, like for real. That's not even jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could I even talk to a nigga like that? That's what I'm saying. My mind is on that. Like, how could I even respect or take anything or even like a fucking voice that came from a cock getting like slapped in that mouth? Like, come on. In front of fucking girls. Get the fuck out of here. There's no gangster shit you could come out your mouth. Nothing. Nothing at all. You can never say nothing gangster. You need to just set up with a fucking, like a condom in the top of your head. That's what you need to do. And just sing with headphones on. Condom, headphones, and some fucking, maybe a hot dog in your pocket. That's it.
people close to him have denied that that story happened.
Oh, yeah? Don't tell me that because, don't tell me that. Don't tell me. As a matter of fact, who denied it? Now you do your details. I want you to find who denied it. Because I can tell you who was in the room. I can tell you who the fuck was in the room, and I could bring them niggas, and we're gonna have a fucking cock reunion.
Because the person asked me not to say it, so I can't say it.
Oh my God, Panda, you selling out already. You see, that's the chop. That's the chop with the Panda. That's the
No,
chop
no,
right there.
no, no.
That's the Cuban chop right there.
I just want to let you know though, but like, why?
Who? You talking about his fucking little baloney manager, bitch ass nigga? Because his manager's a straight bitch. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him. That's the same nigga from the beginning that had me do an interview with him. Yet he's throwing up the flames in the bottom. That's before I even I wasn't even like he wanted me to come out and be and say what I say, and then he plays it for Tony. Never plays it on the radio, and he got Tony to be in his side like that, like a baloney. That's how he got to be with Tony. Him being a radio DJ, interviewing me in some shit in Philly, I think Reading or some shit in Pennsylvania, and then out of that, that's when he came to the relationship with Tony. That's how he got in my begging me to do it and acting like a bitch too, interviewing me like a bitch, like on my dick. And I'm over here like, hey, I don't know this guy. I give love to everybody. Next thing you know, this guy over here talking shit about me. Talking shit, trying to, behind really one of the biggest haters is him. Like he conducts the hate on a business level. Like he does it on a business like strategy. Like a bitch like he is.
So what happened with Tony Sunshine and that
Why?
story
See,
that you were talking about with
oh man. That nigga's funny. I'm trying to see. This is Panda right here. See, you want the chop? This is the chop. You said the names of that. You know what I'm saying? I got to give it to you real, regardless. I can't fake nothing. No, I can be calm and calm and calm, but certain things just strike my nerve because the audacity, the bitchness, the disgustingness, the underhanded, the scared little bitch ass from the corner throwing pebbles, and then say hiding their hand. Like these niggas know better in real life, and they get on a motherfucking podcast, mic, whatever it is. This is a game of entertainment. And they talk a narrative that is far from the truth. And they sell it. And they try. And the only thing that they have going for them is that they know a plan to how to sell it. You know what I'm saying? How to put, surface it, how to polish it, how to give it out, distribute it. They know that. That's why they get they shit out. But besides that, as far as the actual material, it's cock balls and shit burgers with ketchup and a lot of motherfucking mustard with no buns. Oh, but in fact, Tony's buns. And no matter where you put it, it's a hot dog boiled, a hot dog fried, it's still a hot dog that hit your face 3 times. Doesn't matter.
So you knew Tony before he knew Joe?
No. Joe's from TS. I mean, from Forest Projects. They're from over there. It's like, it's like Forest Projects that had their little crews. Tony was hanging around with PN, Posse None. Cause then my niggas too. I was hanging out with them too. My niggas with the 5 Zombies and all that. Another niggas, I showed them love too when I got my album deal. $150. Put them on the album and everything. I'm one of them niggas that came back and really, what I'm saying, put out my hand and really actually brung niggas, what I'm saying, and try to, what I'm saying, give them the shot. Give them, what I'm saying? Give them the shot just like it was given to me.
So you guys were just hanging around in an apartment when that happened?
No, yeah, but we were peoples. We were peoples. Like, you know what I'm saying? We hang around. Tony was the little singing dude. His name was R&B. And, he was a singer. So he had a pretty voice. He had this little rubber-dubbed song back in the days. Take off your clothes. Meet me in the bathtub. I wanna get it on scrubber-dubber. Last night, baby. I still remember. But this time, the rubber-dub wasn't a rubber-dub. It was a Frankfurter, right? Because the problem was that Tony was the young nigga, right? So, it was Posse None. So, he got nonstop Mike. You know what I'm saying? He was like more of the shot caller type nigga at that time. You know what I'm saying? He was rocking. You got Benny, you got Al, uh, you know. But Tony was like, these niggas that I'm talking about, those niggas like niggas in the street. They get busy, right? At the time. They always get busy. Tone was like the young buck that could sing. He do mischievous shit. You know, around, knock a bum out when we in the park and shit. Do stupid shit like that, but you don't get down with no real shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit is singing. Me, I'm from the other side, so I come on, you know what I'm saying, visit, and they all know me, so I'm just like, Phil from Louisville. You know what I'm saying? I play ball, and you know what I'm saying, we chill, we drink 40s, and that's what we do. So we had some bitches. We had some bitches. I think PN niggas had some bitches. That was like the crew, the gang shit, like, you know what I'm saying? They had some bitches. So they invited me, yo, Q, come on. So, all right, cool. It was 3 bitches. And it was 4 of us, I think. It was me, Al, Nonstop, and Benny, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 5. I don't know. Maybe 5. I know it was 4 of us. We there. We chilling. He's still a young nigga. But Nonstop is the nigga that he's vocal, he's drunk, right? He's vocal when he's drunk, extra. He do his shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like with him and shit, like Tony was fucking like still trying to get down. So and he was not a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's not a fighter. Never was a fighter. He was a timid nigga, but he acts like he's tough when he's around his guys. And he needed some. So he was trying to get down with PN, whatever. Bitches is there, chilling. We over there, we drinking in the room. It's a bed, TV, bitch right here. Tony sitting down right there. Nonstop over there. I'm over here at the wall. Bitches over there. So everything's good. Then out of nowhere, I think one of us told Tony to sing, and he sung that rubber dub shit, right? Because that's like the icebreaker. Okay, got sweet voice, get the bitches on it, yeah. We were little kids. We trying to use whatever the fuck we could. And he was the little singer. So I think he sung it, and then he started getting like above himself, like the bitch started liking him, right? So so this nonstop got a little like jelly, a little peanut butter and jelly, but but you know what I'm saying? Like you know how it is when it's like, yo, because this nigga's over here acting like he's somebody, like, you know what I'm saying, like he's a man and shit, but he's not the man in his eyes. So I'm over here just watching. I might say I'm just watching this shit. Start saying like my nonsense. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Like shit like that. And I think this nigga, so Tony had a chick on his lap. I think he had a chick on his lap, uh, acting like, you know what I'm saying. But he was a young nigga. He got the bitches, whatever. I wasn't even mad at none of that. But nonstop had a problem with it. So the nigga nonstop started saying some shit. Yo, like, shut the fuck up before I slap you. Shit like that. And then he was like, and then he was, from there, it was like, what are you talking about? I'll pull out my dick right now and slap you. I'll slap the shit out you with my dick. But he drunk. Nonstop is drunk doing this. Like, he got his belt. I remember the belt. He had the white beater, belt like this. And Tone sitting there. I think the girl broke out, so he just sitting there like that by the bed. And he was like he trying to ignore him. See how I won't. See how I won't. And then I think we started like amping it up. Then it was like this. Yo, he said he won't. I think we was instigating. I think we was. I don't know what it was, but I know something happened where this nonstop was saying, "What?" I think this said, "You ain't gonna slap him with his." This I think about man out. Like, yo, you ain't gonna smack that. Nigga. Stop. Get the fuck out of here. You don't got the balls to do it. That's what happened. The nigga said, "What?" It took out the like. a good 5 steps away from him. Snake still sitting down. He sees the, we all see the, right? He's swinging helicopter style, right? I'm like this, this is crazy, right? Out of nowhere, the bitch is there. The bitch is like this, hey! You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. This nigga tone was like this, like a little little face like that. Then walks up to Tony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. He sees it coming. Gah, gah, gah. Right across the face. Gah, gah, gah. Right across the face. Come on, man. Come on, this nigga play too much. That's exactly what happened.
What was your guys' immediate reaction when that happened?
Laughing, shockly, like shocked. I'm shocked. The stick smacked him in the face with dick. Like just like he was. We was, we was crew, but I don't give a. Nobody does that in crews. Who the fuck is it slap niggas with cocks and then like, don't fight afterwards? Like that's that type of shit you gotta say. Like, yo, my God, I swear to God, you try to shit on me, my nigga, we fucking killing each other. Because if not, then that will be like a next ritual for the next nigga. Yo, slap cocks, like you gotta get slapped with a cock and shit to get in the teeth. Get the fuck out of here. That's just Tony who got slapped with a cock. So
But like, who gets slapped one time and doesn't move away? Like, how does he just stay there for 3 slaps?
there you go. That is the question and the answer itself. The baloney Tony. That's why. He was immune to the baloney. So he took it. And I have no reason to lie. But once again, the reason I'm saying this is because I don't give a fuck about him no more. Now, that's how I do it. That's what I do. Before it was holding my tongue. Before it was like, damn, maybe he got to shut, you know what I'm saying? Damn, he need to change. Damn, you know what I'm saying? Damn, he's, damn, pobrecito, look, he's into drugs, man. You know, fucking life got him, you know what I'm saying? Damn, man, look, what's going on wrong. You know, he's lost. You know what I'm saying? You don't got nobody got him right. You know what I'm saying? He don't got a hit out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He's around the wrong people. Those are the excuses I used. Every excuse in the world I used for that man. Just to. And then when I look down, there's the stitches, staples that I caught for him, protecting him. And I see where he's at now. So, you know what I'm saying? So if he didn't show me he was my enemy, then I don't know what he showed me. So if he's my enemy, then you got slapped with a cock. And that's it, the truth. If I'm lying, that's a whack lie to do, right? That's a whack lie to do. You got slapped with a cock. Whack is like how you act like you a gangster when you got slapped with a cock. What face can you put on knowing like the people that seen you get slapped with a cock? How can you ever act gangster? Oh, maybe it's the money that give you that courage. Maybe. But it's not the muscles, because niggas with muscles get fucking slapping cocks too. So they're usually the cocksbuckets. So I don't know what all these years, I never even said that to him. I never even reminded him nothing until the point where I where this nigga making songs about me indirectly, doing this, him and his rap, his low little managing this, talking shit about me, this, that. After I saved, like, I gave him passes. I gave him passes. I let him live. I try to, work with him. I try to reconcile me. I made the first steps. And for that nigga, and I wasn't even supposed to do that. But I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. He was supposed to do that. If he meant it. But you know what I'm saying? But he never meant it. But you be always feeling like, you know what I'm saying, it's still a little good in it. It's like, it's no belief. I don't believe that no more. I don't believe none of that no more. I believe that niggas gonna get what they gonna get. And whatever they ask for, they gonna get it. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot what podcast it was, but he had said that there was no chance of reconciliation because what you did was unforgivable or something. He didn't want to go into detail.
Of course, what I did was unforgivable. Yeah, what I did. I took what? Took 73 stitches for you, bitch, just to protect you. What the fuck happened? Oh, you got robbed with my chain, and you still didn't pay me in East Tremont, and I went out with a Mac trying to get that shit back. Oh, which one? What you didn't do? Oh, you did some foul shit in my house with Pun's sister. You did? Oh, okay. What is it?
Wait. What you mean he did some foul shit with?
No. I'm just trying to say. I'm talking to myself in my head, and he knows what I'm saying. But what are you doing? Like the carao shit? Which one I do though? I want to know what I did that was inconceivable. You got smacked with a cock, not me. That's inconceivable.
I know, but do you want to go? Do you want to talk about that with Pun's sister?
No, I don't.
Which sister?
Obviously, fucking panda. No, don't worry about what sister you fucking panda. I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to say. Niggas act like they are not part of things that they've been part of. You understand? They tried to do this. I hate those niggas. Hate those niggas. I just hate those niggas, man. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? And niggas try to slide behind the shadows. Like nobody saw them. Nigga, we saw you. But that's how they are. They work with the shadows.
Right.
I don't work with the shadows.
So shifting gears, last time we spoke.
Thank you for bringing me back with the anger, you panda. Thank you.
My bad.
I was trying to change. You see me? I started this whole thing. I was like this. I was really nice.
Yeah.
With me, fucking attitude. And then you said two fucking baloney smokers that I don't like their names, and I detest them. I detest their whole fucking soul beings, both of them.
It's
And the
my
other
fault.
nigga gets
It's
it
my
because
fault.
that
I'm
baloney
sorry.
gets it. It's the way he acts. I don't give a who blowing who. They both get it. Both hot water hot dogs.
So last time we spoke, you didn't answer the question about Nore being the reason why Men of Business didn't come out. You made a post alluding to that. What's the story on that?
What? Men of Business? Nah. I didn't make no reference towards that. Like it didn't come out because of him.
Yeah, you made some post on YouTube saying that, or remember this, or like.
Oh yeah, but because you know like our relationship. Like remember, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what? What you talking about, huh? What are we talking about? Thug shit. He was saying that shit still. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was in the archives. You know, he did a song with me. So I was trying to remind him. That was in the beginning. I trying to remind him, yo, it's your boy Q, nigga.
Because you said something else on the thing though. The caption, you were like, something like, "Oh, he don't want to remember why this never came out," or something like that to that effect.
Oh yeah, because Joe.
Oh, okay, so that was directed towards Joe, not Nore.
Yeah. You know, because I think that was it when he was saying that. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what Joe be doing. Like you know what I'm saying? He be always trying to hide. You know, now out of nowhere, he just everything that's being said that I'm saying about that Joe did. He's like, but he didn't do it. Look, you got a contract. It says 20% in Crayola, like math, crayons. The contract was made in crayons. That's what the they doing right now. It's like everything. That's, yo, he's the demons must got him. What the fuck are you talking about, man? So anyway, it's just it's a lot of spirituality that goes along with this that I see maybe, and I'll be bugging how I see things. But that's how I see them. That's how I see them, and I'll be trying to be nice. I'm my courteously, like me being courteous to certain like even Nore, because at the end of the day, you're not in my team, you against me, right? So you know what it is when it's war, right? You know what it is when it's war. Ain't no fucking, oh, you know, wait a minute, let me get out of the way. Bullets is coming. No, it's trakataba. Everybody gets it. And I'm not saying that figuratively, you know, like realistically. I'm just saying, like, whenever, you know what I'm saying, the opposite teams, they got to get what they got to get. And that's usually, you know what I'm saying, our best shot, this team's best shot. So, you know what I'm saying, this shot destroys you. Sorry, but, you know, yeah, if we play it all in fair war, if we're playing like a fucking imaginary game, yeah. But when you know that there's, you know, some kind of problems, you know that there's some kind of blood that got spilled, you know that there's some families behind that has a trilogy of a legacy of unsolved issues, and you jump in that, my courteous, me being courteous could only be as courteous, but Joe don't give a fuck. Joe just throws him because he says whatever, he sells him whatever. But when you're a real person, you're a real chick, whatever, you think about things like that. You'd be like, should I step? This is too deep. Like, maybe, and that's that. You know, if you step, you step. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, what do you step? But it's just I feel like they go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Like they go overboard, especially by using Pun's name in vain the way they use it. You know what I'm saying? Pun would have been out here, would have smacked all of them niggas in the face, and I would have been right there with him.
Did you ever have a conversation with Nore?
Not even Nore. I'm not even talking about Nore, but Joe and them niggas. Nore's like a far distant cousin that only comes, you know what I'm saying, when like in the holidays. That's who he was. He was a distant cousin that came talking, you know what I'm saying, talking mad fast.
He
Uh,
makes it seem though that him and Pun were so close though.
of course, they make it seem, and he probably get caught up in those feelings, but he's misusing the feelings. He's using those feelings and he's bringing it back to Joe. Like Joe is the one that needs to hear that. His son needs to hear that, nigga. His daughters need to hear that. His wife, not fucking Joe. Joe just getting money off Pun. That's it, nigga. I told you that. He had love, but he had more love for the business. He lost his cash cow when he lost him. Yeah, that's why he was panicking. Because that's how he could have thought of the master plan of getting me the fuck out the way to skip my turn, make himself go, buy some fucking shit with R. Kelly and them niggas, and get that shit going, and say, let me get this nigga cute the fuck out of it. And he orchestrated the whole shit. That's what he did. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't have had time, he wouldn't have had the mental to do that. And still be doing it. Because you know, 50 Cent did him dirtier than that. I think so. I think 50 Cent did him dirtier than any than I could have ever done. You know what I'm saying? As far as like disrespecting him, you pretty fat boy, all that shit. Come on. So in front of stages, talking about what's up, that Joe Pussy in VMA Awards. Uh, you know. So at the end of the day, it's like you're able to hash that out. Well, that was just about one little thing though. It's true. He just don't want to go into the details with us. With me, really, with me. It's really with me. Everybody else he already got. He already know the magic item for each other like artist. You know what I'm saying? Armageddon, or you gotta get Armageddon is a fucking lollipop, and he shows right there in the corner, and he doesn't say nothing. You get fucking Tony a fucking a giant sausage with no buns, and just put some mustard on it. He'll just sit there and say nothing. You know who else? Remy. Remy was the heart. That was kind of the last heartbreak. That was the she. Remy was going through the problems with her. Remember that problem they had, right? Who do you think she came running to? Literally to running to. Like this, so cute. What's up, man? And I ain't seen this motherfucker forever. She just came out of nowhere. Like this, you cute, man. You help me. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying on some bummy shit, but on some like desperate shit. And you know, I got love for Rem. I had love and I showed my love. And I gotta show love for Rem regardless because she's the one who took me to the hospital after I got sliced. Right? But she kept throwing with them. She never said to me, she was mentioning me here and there before that. Remember that? She was reaching out. I was reaching out to her, saying a lot of, saying a lot of love. Put her in my letter. She did a song with me. Uh, but that's after Joe and her had that beef. You know what I'm saying?
Prior to
And
that, she was quiet about you a lot,
no,
or
no, 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 no. She was vocal.
she was vocal?
Yeah, she was like, yo, what's up with these royalties? She was like that, like in Joe, like she was. Joe would say disrespectful. She was very inquisitive. She would really like put him on spots, like yeah, be like, what's up with these royalties? You know, in front of people. And Joe hate that shit. So that was rubbing him the wrong way. And then when the final straw was when he didn't really pay attention to her project, like he didn't do mine. Same thing. So he didn't sell the way he should have. She felt a certain way about it. It was not a success how it should have been. It was short, changed, and basically, that's where 50 Cent the offer for Remy. 50 Cent he threw a little off of her. So they was performing in the old Jimmy's Sofa Lounge. They was performing in that shit, and I think Remy got on stage with 50 Cent and shit, and did a little thing there, and everybody went crazy. And Joe got word to that, and it's like that 50 Cent was Joe's enemy at the time. So that was like I guess the final. So then he put in a contract, a clause that she could never ever sign to 50 Cent. He went back to the fighting with contracts. So he put that in her contract stipulations. So Remy was tight because 50 wanted to sign her. Joe stopped her. Whatever. So the whole thing is this. In that time, remember she shot the girl, whatever she was going through her case, everything. That time right there. Who you think Remy was dealing with? Who you think Remy was dealing with? Who was Remy's crutch right there? Who tried to get Remy a deal right there? Legitimate deal like this, meeting and everything. Your boy Q, right? I was there. Trial, went to her trial, everything. You know what I'm saying? Um, she did take me to the hospital. Remember? So I'm appreciated, but I think I paid enough, right? So I guess, well, I did more than I think I did. I extended my love way more than she did. She goes to jail. She blows trial. I lose. Well, I don't lose touch with her, but I didn't go see her. I did not go see her. I didn't go see a lot of people. I didn't go. I got a lot of people. I didn't go see a lot of people. At that time, it was something that happened out here in the club. My name was, mentioned. Whatever the whole shit is, I was supposed to. They was trying to subpoena me to go to the stand. I was trying to lay low. I was trying to lay low, but I don't want no parts of that. Fuck out of here. I don't know nothing about that. None of that. I wasn't even there. Get the fuck out of here. Dickhead shit happened. Niggas got burned. Niggas got body. And my name is all in that shit and all this and that and that. They come to my mom's house. They wake my mom's up. My mom's crying. I had something to do with it. Nothing. I had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? They had me in a 6 hour confession like this with the 48 hours. I did not know nothing. So I didn't tell them nothing. I really didn't know nothing. So I couldn't go see nobody. That took like 4 years. I could have went to see her. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even go see Hocus when they got locked up for that same reason because I was pet. I was like, yo, if I go through there, they're gonna see my name. They're gonna subpoena me to court. Hell no. So anyway, that was my whole thing. So that's why I didn't go see it. That's my excuse to it. Not excuse. You don't have to even take it. Just know my heart was always love, always showing Remy, free Remy shirts. When I was doing the Bam Bam Boogie, shout outs to Remy all the time out here, keeping her name alive. I did my thing. I guess that wasn't good enough because now at the end of a bid, that's when she made up with Joe. They made you know what I'm saying, the blood pact. She got inducted into the mafia right there. They pricked each other's fingers, blood sisters and blood brothers, and they thumb wrestled. And Joe won. So now, when she comes out, and I'm trying to get Rye. Rye's her brother. You know, trying to give her a kite, yo. Rem, you know, love, and I don't want nothing from Remy. I don't want her to be my teammate. I don't want her to be my artist. I did that for a friend. I did that for somebody that I feel helped me, got me to a place where I needed to go at the time. And also because my brother had love for you. You his artist, and he loved you like that. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta love you like that too. And there's something in you that I love. And I did. But the thing comes after she comes out of jail. That's the biggest slap because, okay, you mad at me because I didn't go visit you. Okay. I know you want to use that. Just like math, right? Math want to use the fact that, oh yeah, the paperwork. Never had this in his life, but now it's the paperwork. My whole career is based around the paperwork now. I can never have it, man, the paperwork. Same thing with Remy. Oh, he didn't come visit me. Yeah, he come visit me. So that means that all that he did, that Cube did, you don't stand up and say thanks. You don't even say, yo, I would like to say hello to Cuban Link, man. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, when you're going through your times, man, much love, Bubble, for pun. Nothing, not even my name is mentioned from her. They go to trial with you, support you. They got his label to fucking offer you, you know what I'm saying, $500,000 in your pocket. You didn't take it because you didn't take it, but because you was caught up in a major deal. But facts, right? I shared my connects with what I had. I shared so you could be good. That's how Cuban got down. You know what I'm saying? So when people have that say anything about me, I mean, she give me the silent treatment. She could give me the silent treatment. I'm happy for her and Papoose. You know what I'm saying? Pap, I got nothing but love for her. You know what I'm saying? And her too, at the end of the day. But it's just,
Politics.
no. It's just the way you do your thing, and like, some things they call for. Like it ain't call for that cold shoulder you gave me, and it only makes me bring an article out. You understand? So it's like that's what I'm saying because that's just a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm tired of those situations where you do. You know what I'm saying? I know I did some shit for niggas to do certain things. It's like, wow, damn, why the fuck did I do that? And I'm mad at myself more because I did it. And it wasn't appreciated because it wasn't the right person for me to do that to. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I mean, wrong motherfuckers, right? I got a lot of wrong motherfuckers. But anyway, the only thing I'd be like bothered by is that they don't even voice that. Those things I did for them, they don't even voice it. So they try to just erase all that. But that's what happens when you give it to somebody. You try to do something for somebody that don't deserve it or the wrong person. That's the punishment you get. So that's the punishment I got. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I mean, to this day, like I said, Remy been out like how long already? 10 years already? More than that? Not even a high, not even a behind the scenes call. Yo, Q, I got your kite, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad at your ass. Fuck you, nigga. Nothing. That means it is what it is. He went into that room, you made your pact, and your pact includes this. Whatever mafia you want to join.
So I got to ask you a real question, okay?
Okay, everything else was fake that you asked me? You mother get.
Now, I don't think you look in the mirror and think, "Oh, poor me." But do you find it hard to look in the mirror and not be reminded of what happened every single day? Because people make it seem like, "Oh, you just need to move on, you just need to move on." But I feel like you have a daily reminder when you look in the mirror.
Nah. I don't look in the mirror. I don't look at the scar. You can't even barely see the scar. To tell you the truth, you can't barely see it. But you know, uh, I know I have them. I know it was just a betrayal. I know that a bitch ass jealous nigga from behind that couldn't face me tried to get me because I beat his man up. I know somebody that my man who I thought was my man. I had somebody waiting behind me after he did that. I know that they can't face me and fight me straight up. I know that they scared of me. I know that they're gonna try to do that type of uh, because they know they can't fuck with me straight up, right? So that means if I know all of that, it's me knowing all of that takes away the fact that I got a bitch ass that this betrayal shit this like supposed to be a stain that's supposed to stain somebody. If something that they did was wrong or some foul act like they did, then they deserve it. But I didn't deserve that, right? So you did that on some what? On some what? What was the reason you went for the face, right? I know we could always just, you know what I'm saying? You could ponder on a reason why. You know, jealousy. Oh, there was jealousy. I don't even like thinking like that, right? You know what I'm saying? But you went for the face. Okay. That tells me something about you. You know, that tells me, well, if you thought that that's my weakness or something, or that, you probably held my face or my looks more grand than I did. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you. And the fact that you swung on me when I'm trying to stop a fight between you and somebody else, you swung on me after you swung on him. Premeditated. You already coming. You already knew you was coming with a hit. But the only thing you didn't understand and you didn't figure out, that was the that was the that was the will, the thing you couldn't control, or you didn't expect because it wasn't written in your plan. Because you know it's a variable. That's the variable that it's unknown, right? That's the fact when you hit me and I got up that I hit you back, right? But when I hit you back, you should have saw your face when I hit you back because I saw your face, right? It was embarrassed. It was hurt. It was who's watching me. You know when you slow but you go like this, oh shit, this nigga hit me. But don't let nobody watch me. It was that type of fan for you. But then I hit you with two, three, three more just to make sure because that was my turn, right? But remember, I'm coming from a place of I'm trying to stop it to a fucking shocking. Oh shit, he hit me too. So now I gotta and I fall because of course that was out of nowhere. So I fall, get it back up. I have to regroup. But I could give you the play by play of how I was thinking all the way up. That I always said I was nothing, thinking like how the fuck this nigga just did this to me. It's my friend. What the fuck? And then I'm remembering what I'm saying, the the meeting we had in the office where this nigga said, I'm whack, and this. So, you know what I'm saying? And I see little things that led up to that. So now I get it. I know he meant it. So I know that he deliberately did that. Because if not, he would have never swung at me. He would have just kept the beef with whoever he was beefing with. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he did that and then the guy just fucking got knocked out. Listen to me. That's to me. I'm gonna put it in a big screen one day because I don't believe shit. I don't believe nothing. I be thinking everybody's in cahoots with shit. That. That's how I think. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like this. I know I'm by myself in that motherfucker circle of snakes. I knew afterwards and before. I knew. I knew Joe had snake qualities. I knew the team Joe had because I'm in the streets with them. I know they had bad habits that we all catch in the streets. The whole point of us making it in hip hop and making this legit money was to try to change in a positive ways those that we care about, those that are with us every day so they could have this wealth, uh, this lane that they could get money from, uh, this wake up call that they don't have to only sell drugs or do this to get money, dirty shit. You could do this right here and you be legit and you good. Give them inspiration. That was my shit. That's what I tried. That's what I did. That's why I was the nigga that brought. I came back. I went back to the hood and I brought niggas up. All of them. All of them. They could deny me all they want, but all of them niggas. All of them. From Tony Sunshine. I got that. Tony Sunshine got the most because I could have said no to that faggot. I could have said no. That's why I feel so responsible for him. You know what I'm saying? And Pun came up to me and be like, "Yo, you all right with that? I'm gonna make him an artist, man." Because I got staff for that. Like I got staff for that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So him and Sick One and Pun, they wanted to beat the shit out of him. He just didn't know that. So he walked around. Oh, baby, I think he did know that. But I'm just trying to say, I'm the one after that. I know I protected him and all that. So it was nothing. I would have did it for any of my homies when we rocking together. If shit happens, shit happens. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got down for you. I know you get down for me like that. Yeah, supposedly. Never. The niggas never get down like that for me. You know what I'm saying? Only my man GQ over there. Sing, sing. Yes, yes, yes. Real TS nigga. But as far as the Tony Sunshine's, never. None of the artists. Except Pun. You know what I'm saying? Say, God help me. But when I was,
Going back to the night at Jimmy's though, right?
oh my God, you were you could you try to just PANDA chop me all the way down to my balls.
When I spoke to Gilly, he said that it was likely that there was a video of what happened. You said something in the Doggy Diamonds interview I found really interesting. You said that the tape got lost. So are you saying that the fight was recorded and then somehow it ended up missing?
Or you in a popular nightclub, I believe there's recording in there. Huh?
Hmm.
So, you know, but again, that's 23 years ago. You talking 23 years ago. I got kids older than that right now, dog. Ain't nobody think about that. Like I get it for views and for whatever, but nobody think about that, dog.
Of course it was. Of course it was. You see our video? You see me get punched in the face in the video?
Right.
You seen that, right?
Yeah.
You see how fast it came out? So you don't think that video exists? Back then, Jimmy's the biggest club over there in VIP. When I knew there was cameras there? Of course, my brother. Now, why didn't it come out like the one that I got, got Super Mario punched? Why did it come out? Why did it come out like that? Oh.
I think in the Doggy Diamonds interview, Gilly had said that when he saw the owner after that event,
Jimmy's.
Yeah, he looked at him with shame, kind of like he knew that he.
Of course he did. He looks at me like with shame every time he sees me. Jimmy's from Bronx Cafe. And at me, they could blame the liquor if they want to. But, I act stupid, but I'm like, yo, what happened to that tape, my nigga? Oh, fuck you, go on. And they buy me bottles, and they try to be nice. I don't accept it. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, man. Because I know that they, you know what I'm saying? They know that. Well, how long are you gonna keep this though? How long would you just let just just make a narrative of lies about me? I want to know where all my friends are, or where all the people that supposed to be like, you know, feel like Jesus in the Last Supper. I swear to God, that's why I did that record. Feel like Jesus in the Last Supper, boy. I'll tell you exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna stab me. You're gonna sell me out. You're gonna deny me 3 times of the crow and the thing. And when I'm getting my ass whipped through the whole town, none of y'all niggas gonna help me. That's exactly how I feel. It's like, yo, the for real? Like, you know the truth. Say the truth to save your ass and mine, you bitch ass. I'm not save my ass from pain and nothing. Save your ass from being a bitch. And be a man and stand up and you stand up. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's how I regard my truth. Like that. I'm ready to do whatever for my truth. And it's been proven. And that's what scares people. And that's what people ain't ready to go do. So when they say that, it's like trouble to them. Oh man. So they rather just fold. They rather skip it. No, skip it. They rather just be like, oh, yeah. Or ride with the nigga who's at the time the winner. Or, winning. Looks like he's winning. Because he got material things and money and whatever it is. That illusion is illusions. It's not for me to tell you. It's for you to see it yourself. That's a story that's been in our world for forever. You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see how everything ends. You're gonna be like, you're gonna put that shit in the motherfucker in the New Bible, New Testaments, because because it has to be. It's just we all got stories, saying from the Bible back in the days, reoccurring stories that happen, whether envy, greed, all of that shit, women, empires falling, and all that shit. It happens. How many stories can you go? It's only with certain topics. You know what I'm saying? Drama, action. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the movies. So, human beings been living for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I reference to back in the days. If it happened back in the days, it's gonna happen again. It's just in different ways.
Have you ever asked the owner about the tape?
Of course I did.
What did he say?
Scooby-Doo. It makes people uncomfortable. I went to the place. I went to Jimmy's after that happened to me. I healed up, and I went. Me and my man GQ, Cuban GQ. We went to it, and I told her, "Let's go in there." That's my man. My man get down. 6 feet. Just me and him. Two Cuban niggas. Went right to the bar in the front. Not the bar in the back. We was gonna go in the back. We went to the back too, but we started off in the bar in the front because that's where everybody was having fun. When it was still Jimmy's, because niggas was just partying still. I'm over here with stitches, niggas partying Jimmy's, huh? When it's their bouncers that pushed me out after I got cut. They was holding me while the motherfucker cut me in the back. So nobody got answers. So I was gonna ready, like they knew. They let me in. I was like, don't touch me. All the security niggas in the front, they didn't touch me. Harry was there. He was doing the security. I mean, he was doing the head of security. He gave me my respect, let me breathe. Got on the mic. Terror Squad. Right in front of Jimmy. Everybody was like, with their faces. But I wanted to start trouble. See, what those things those are stories that I know I did, right? But it didn't give me the answers that I wanted. You understand? But it did let me know certain things, you know? It let me know that it's everybody has a price. Everybody, uh, that this Joe, he had the columns, saying set up, like, saying he knows how to manipulate. He knows how to do things that people are. He's a great manipulator. Just couldn't manipulate. If you, whatever, is it fear or buy you or befriend you? Manipulation is meant to be manipulation. When you use it for a bad situation, a bad cause, it's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it. I seen it when he was trying to do to pun after pun passed. The way he was trying to take Remy and Tony Sunshine from pun's label. I seen it. So all these things when I look back and I know I seen it. So
What was Angie Martinez's reaction to the fight at Jimmy's? Because that was her album release party, right?
oh yeah, the reason I was there because the reason I was there showing love to Angie. Her party. Could have went to fucking with the Matrix. Like the ice kid from the Panthers. I could have been to a party with this. I didn't know him from Hole in the Wall, but he invited me. I was in Justin's eating in Puffy's restaurant, Justin's, 21st Street, right there. That nigga out of nowhere was there, just chill with me, started telling me about life. I don't know, like, oh shit, from Black Panther. Not the Black Panther, the superhero. I'm talking about the gang, like the street, the crew. Like saying like the Muslims, but the Black Panthers back in the days, with the fist up. That nigga, Huey Newton, the one who played Huey Newton, that nigga was chilling with me, talking about you want to go to a party, Q? With some white boy shit. I was like this. I gotta go to Angie shit today, man. I turned into the white nigga too. Come on with us, man. Come on with us, man. We're gonna have fun. I was like, I can't. Come on, dude. Next time. So I ended up going to Angie's shit and Jimmy. It was I actually came with like 10 niggas. They didn't let them in. They didn't let them in. They did not let them in. I want to see that. See, that's what I'm saying. I want to see the blueprints of who the fuck set that up. And I know Joe had his hands in there, but it's other people too. It's not just Joe. You know what I'm saying? They all did something to make that one thing happen. And then it was acted out and carried out. And then the after effects was played like really professional. I want to know. I mean, it's not even professional. I just want to know. I mean, me, I'm not. I never told. Never did nothing. I got my stitches right there. Remy took me, to right there. What is it? Right there on 170th. I forgot what the I don't know. How you call it? The motherfucking nurse was stitching me, and the two cops was questioning me. We know who did it already. And I was like, I don't know. It was dark. You know who did it? But she's stitching me. I'm like this. I don't know. Some bitch ass from behind. I don't know. But they knew. Two black cops.
What
But,
was Angie's reaction though to that happening?
no. Wow. Wow. Crazy. That's it. Like she understood. I told her the story. After effects too. Exactly what happened. She was chilling with her, with me and all that. The next, then she gets Joe on the radio and lets him say it's a story. I mean, she tried to cut him off a little bit. No, but let's not because he's not here. But he still said what he said. That is whatever he said out. Hot 97, top station at the time. Yeah,
What year was this she had him on?
that was 2001. My shit happened. My shit happened 2001, April 13th, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, it happened. Look at all of that. Nothing is ever fucking simple with Cuban. It always is a meaning. I'm telling you that. It's always a meaning to everything. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. The spiritual, everything, the physical, and the mental. You know what I'm saying? It plays a big part. You got to get all of them three lined up right to really see what I'm talking about. And you're going to see it. I mean, when I paint it for you, you're going to see it. And it's not even me painting it with my own fucking crazy mind that I. No, I'm telling you exactly. It's going to make sense to you. You're going to be like, wow. The niggas who actually played a part in it, if they ever see my fucking picture, my fucking canvas that I draw, they're going to be like, just about every action, you're going to see the truth.
So how long after that incident does she let Joe come on?
I mean, like 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Within that week, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they had to, remember, they had to address it quick. Because it was all around, it was no cameras, it was nobody got footage, but it was a place of where every fucking big things happen. What the fuck you think? Oh, the biggest one of them, was Angie Martinez. She had all the stars from Hot 97, all of them was there. Everybody, all hip hop artists was there. So it was a night that it was all the labels were in there. She was, she was she was putting on for her own self. Like she brought out everybody she knew to get, for herself. Because she wanted to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that Jimmy song, so as far as like the hook in my part. You know what I'm saying? So I helped out. That's why I was out there too. So,
So how come she didn't let you come on and tell your side?
what you ask her for, Panda Chop? That's why what you think I'm mad at? Because the bitch fucking slid off too. The other one, she was a friend of mine. Another friend of mine that was supposed to just give me, at least keep it fair. Just because her position was being a DJ. And Joe never liked that. He used to tell me, get away from her. She's trying to use us. I used to be like this. Yo, man, but she cool, dog. There you go. So I think is he a stalker like that on me? Like all of my friends, like they turn into his friends. Like he got all of my, is he a stalker? Is he a friend, serial, like thief?
He turns people.
But he turns the ones that were my friends too, like more. I'm like this. Wow. Supposed to be friends. They're not friends. They never been friends. Just people that I met, you know what I'm saying, through this voyage of life. And I shared enough memories and energy with them to think that it was my friend because we had some great times, and we had deep times and deep conversations, and I let you inside my circle a whole lot. That's why I consider you my friend. But the repercussion to that is also when you fuck up that friendship, and I know that I let you in, so I have to be responsible of how I deal with you. That's the problem, and that's what they have a problem too. You know what I'm saying? The fear.
Now I have to call you out on something because you was grimy for this one.
The $20?
No. Angie gets into a car accident.
Holy shit. Oh, no, I swear to God, I didn't know. I did not know.
No. You knew because you said get better soon. You said get better soon on that post.
Yeah, but I wasn't really paying attention like that. I swear. I didn't know she was a death threat. It was like probably maybe she caught like she fell. I swear I didn't think it was that serious when they said like she almost broke her back, she almost died, she's in a wheelchair. I didn't know that.
Yo, because they was getting on you.
Yo, I swear to God, I don't know who is a fan. IG hit me with the picture of me and her like this. We look mad innocent, mad cool. It was like, wow, like boyfriend picture and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, look at that. And me, I look at that like this. And look at that. Look right there. Look, she was so into me. So into me. And the bitch just did me dirty like this shit, she did. She just turned on me. Now Joe is her best friend. That's how my head was going, going. So I started just writing, look, this is when, Angie wanted the Cuban sandwich, and I'm narrating the real truth. You know what I'm saying? The real truth, like for real, I couldn't do it because my wifey, because I let her in too deep, and she played with my son. I can't do that shit. But unless she blew me on her own, then I could have let it happen. But I was not gonna make that move. You know what I'm saying? So she wanted the Cuban, she wanted the Cuban hot dog. It's just that the ketchup and mayo wasn't there. No, mayo was there. The mustard wasn't. But I'm saying that that's exactly how it went down, and that's why I said get well. Like I did it like real like on that note. You know what I'm saying? Like I know she was gonna hear it, and I want her to because that's truth, right? That's truth right there. But me and her know that. But it's look like I I didn't want to make it look like damn like you know what I'm saying I'm feeling myself that you know what I'm saying I got to say this about her. No, that was actually a true paragraph. The only thing, it was the wrong timing. I didn't know that she was the hunchback in a
Yo,
hospital
what
going
did
under
you think
surgery.
happened? What did you think happened to her? That
Nothing like that. Nothing that serious. Because the picture, I was like, yeah, she's got in an accident. Like the dude didn't say that she's like real serious. Like it was nothing like that. And I just woke up. I swear, I just woke up. So when I first saw that, that was my first reaction. For real. Do I regret saying it? Yeah, I regret saying it at the moment. Like I would have said it again. Like I would have said the same thing, but not at that moment. But that picture triggered it. That picture that they sent me triggered it. Cause it was like, damn, look at her, man. Look, man. She was my people's, man. How the f these motherfuckers like trade me like that? Like, and then I'm the one who defended them to this fat bastard. I'm the one who defended them. So you know what I'm saying? All those feelings came out. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, that's why it came out.
the people in the comments were on your helmet. They were like, "How the hell you gonna wish someone well and then clown them at the same time?" They was like,
Because that's Cuban sometimes. But I didn't know it. See, that they took it like that because it was serious. If it wasn't that serious, if she would have had like a bronchitis and that's it, and a cold, I bet you everybody would have been like, "Oh shit," right? Or some of that type of shit. But I didn't know he had five vertebrae with the spinal column, and I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And no, God bless her, and I don't want none of that shit to happen. I'm just trying to say that I didn't really know that. I really didn't know.
"What happened with her though? Like she told you she wanted to be more than friends?"
Well, you want to get in your panda chop, yo. No, but her eyeballs told me everything. Her eyeballs, the little gestures, uh, yes, everything told me. The behavior, her behavior. I was married.
Oh, okay. Because I saw in the comments you were responding and saying that I just wasn't feeling it because people were like, "She's hot as hell. Like, why didn't you get at that?" And all that stuff.
Yeah, no, because I'm a dickhead like that too, though. I'm a dickhead. I be shy too. I be thinking. I don't like doing that. I've 1,000 project bitches before I like celebrity. That's just who I am.
You didn't want to become Nokia, huh? You didn't want to be the baby
I don't know
daddy.
who the is Pinocchio or Pinocchio. I'm never gonna be Pinocchio. I'm just saying. I don't want to be out there with shit like that, and that's a whole different thing. That's. I was married. And then she went, that would have been like, that's like 90210 shit. I always used to say shit like that, like 90210, like, friends, each other's friends, and then after you fuck them, and you pass them down to the other friends, everybody's each other. Like, I don't do that. I don't feel good around that type of situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you help my son, and, you play with my son and shit, and you say hi to him. My wife saw you. It's like, really, like, it's not kinky anymore. Like, that'll turn me on. It's like, that's just disgusting to me. You know what I'm saying? That would have been disgusting. I mean, in that sense, not that she's disgusting. I would have banged her out any given day if I was in, you know what I'm saying? And that really have all those problems in my head. You know what I'm saying? And maybe when I was, if I would have been twisted of Hennessy one day and she out of nowhere just flew head first and try to blow me, I would have let her blow me. But it had been forced. I could not make the first move. That's it. Because I had too much respect, and I was too scared too. I was a little kind of fucking like scared too. I was a little baloney like that too. I get scared of sometimes. Like I be scared, not scared of the pussy, but scared of like the first, the initial.
Because I was doing my research on you and I felt like Cam, when he was on the news where he was all like, I got some dirt on you, doggy. I got some dirt.
Got some dirt on you, doggy.
And when I saw that, I was like,
You mad? You
yeah.
mad?
When I saw that, I was like, Cuban, come on, man.
Because I did not. It always happens. It always happens. It always happens. Well, listen. She's not my friend. She's not. She's my enemy. Not my enemy like that, but as far as like, no, she's my enemy. She's my enemy. She's one of them voices. She's one of them people that are behind the gate with the industry that definitely doesn't bring up Cuban Link in a good light. Definitely doesn't say anything positive about Cuban Link. Doesn't even say probably anything about Cuban Link, which is 10 times worse. Just to do the same thing Joe do. Keep me out of the history books. Don't give me my credit. Keep me silent. That's what she did. So she's my enemy. She never even stood up as a journalist and had me do my side of the story to put that shit back in perspective back then. It could have probably went different ways. And I remember asking her, like, yo, when you going to have me there? Yeah. Excuses and all that. But then the sisterhood started. That's the sisterhood between the beluga and the sandwich.
Because people were saying like you helped her with ghostwriting on that album, right?
No. That was Sakaro. I mean, Sakaro, what's his name? Sakaro. Damn, I forgot his name. Sakaro? Remember the one that sounded like Jay-Z? It was an MC that sounded like Jay-Z. He was Dominican. Sakaro, I think. Vocaro. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Sorry, puppy. But he was helping out. I just helped. Me and her did 2 tracks, and we were just working on that track. She did her verse for. She was actually on my album, Freak Out. She was on Freak Out. She killed it. She did her own thing. She did. I mean, I helped her probably with a couple of words, but she did most of it herself. Jimmy, she did her whole shit for Jimmy's. But when I say her own shit, I mean I didn't help her. So Sicario, that's his name, Sicario. You don't know who the fuck it is, okay? He was dope. He was dope. He just sounded too much like Jay-Z. She had him. She had him. He wrote Mash for her. But she never asked me to write shit. But I wrote the hooks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Now that I look back at it, maybe she was using it to become a rapper. She was using me to become a rapper. And but I know she liked me. I know she liked me. Like if I would have, we would have had a little relationship going on. But I think I didn't let that happen because I didn't. I made it weird when it came to that. I was like cool with her all day, fucking drink with her, go to the club and play fucking dominoes and play fucking Monopoly with her in the house, rub her hair. But it was weird. Like I couldn't pull out my cock out of nowhere. I couldn't do that. Like I think I had too much respect or something. I don't know what it was. Like I needed her to do some freaky shit for me to do something. I don't know why I was working. But she didn't get the Cuban sandwich. She can't get it. Never will. That's it. That's it. She already made her. It is what it is. Another archive we put in the files. The Angie. Hey yo. Yeah. It's my chops over already because you bust my chops. You panda.